Eagles! Let's go!
Something's on that paper. We're getting a couple points.
Yeah.
There was a G in there.
Right. I mean, it started 100% right with the E. Although I did see that, like, then I was watching all the pre-game coverage, starting from, like, whatever, 10 o'clock in the morning or whenever pre-game coverage starts. But they were on the streets of New Orleans. And, one of the Eagles fans, I think, took the cue from the mayor that is indeed, I don't think he got the memo. I think he thought that was indeed the proper way to spell the word Eagles, because then he went on Fox Television and he shouted it, and it with such enthusiasm, but he shouted it the exact same way. I was watching live going like, is anybody going to let these guys know that's not how you spell the word Eagles? I get it. It's exciting, and also that A is tricky because the sound is E, and you wouldn't think EA. You'd just go, EG, right? Eg, like ear, ER. That's how you spell the word ear.
The intellectual capabilities of the people of Philadelphia have fallen a long way since the days of Ben Franklin.
Well, that to me feels like maybe a little bit of sour grapes, to tell you the truth, but. Sure. Do you have that, gentleman, Travis? I didn't realize.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
We're going to start here. Yeah.
I didn't watch all 12 hours.
Oh, you got to watch all 12.
Of, by the way, what I guess we're calling now the pre-kick game.
Pre-kick game. Yeah, you got to watch all 12 the pre-kick game.
I noticed that yesterday. They're like, now it's the pre-kick game. I'm like, what is the pre-kick?
Isn't it pre-game? The pre-kick show.
A pre-kick show, yeah.
Okay, pre-kick show.
I've never heard that before.
I think because the kickoff, maybe the kickoff show.
Pre-game show.
Is its own entity.
Pre-game show.
Pre-kickoff.
Pre-kick show is not a thing.
You got to watch the pre-kick, then you got to watch the kick, then you got to watch the game, because the kick show was when, they're open up on the field and Master P is coming out for God knows what reason and everybody's having a great time. But the pre-kick, the kick show only lasts about 35, 40 minutes. The pre-kick goes on for hours and hours and hours. I don't even know exactly.
Yeah, I know. It looks exhausting.
I don't know what time it starts. It just starts when you wake up. It's like one of those shows that just whenever you wake up,
it's on.
Pre-kick will have started. I didn't realize until right now it was the pre-kick show. I wasn't paying close enough attention. But I saw,
Is it this?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on.
Yeah, that's the dude. That is the dude. Yeah. See,
I can find things.
Yep.
You want to lead the chant with your people? Go ahead, spell it.
Lead it. E-A-G-E-L. Eagles. Eagles.
Oh, maybe he was doing it like French because they're in.
Yeah, that's the Creole. That's the Creole way to spell it. Eagles. Lead it. I didn't even. He singularized it. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Just one.
Egel. The Egel. Le Egel. By of course, Strahan has something to say about Eagles fans, right?
Well, he's not wrong.
No,
he isn't spelling the team name wrong.
No, he's right. He's right. I'm glad somebody said something because I was watching, going, what type of crazy place is this? How come nobody? And they're all
only 6 letters in the word,
and they're such fans. It's not even like. Well, I'm unfamiliar with all these birds of prey.
Half of them are vowels. Like, it's not that hard.
No. It's a very simple word to spell. And also, they're massive Eagles fans.
I'll tell you what, it's harder than Chiefs because you get that I and E mixed up all the time.
Plus, you're sitting there painting the end zone and you write chefs. You just go, great googly moogly. It is difficult. Chiefs is a difficult one.
Huh.
Eagles.
You know how many times I write Chiefs and there's a red line under it? And I'm like, God damn it.
I'm going to say most.
It's I before E.
Except after C.
Thank you, Troy.
Is that the rule? Except after... That's why I keep fucking it up.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's one of those words I'm just never going to get right. That and definitely.
Well, definitely.
I misspelled definitely like a motherfucker.
Well, you must be an idiot then. I mean, definitely, all you have to do is definite.
Uh-huh.
And then leave.
Definite is not a word.
Of course it is. The definite. And then Lee.
That one always gets me. So I write deaf a lot.
Well, yeah. Well, once you get to deaf, it shouldn't be that. It's all eyes after that,
like,
except for the E1.
No. I'll be like, yeah, we'll deaf do that.
Deaf.
And people know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, either definitely or just saying that it's so deaf.
Yeah, or most deaf.
You're covered regardless. Well, it was quite a game last night. The Philadelphia Eagles, we were predicting, it could have gone either way. I think from the beginning of that game, it could have gone either way.
Like before the coin toss?
I mean, I'm talking pre-kick. Pre-kick,
Okay.
It could have gone either way. Yeah, I mean, it was close, though. It was, as we predicted, close. I'm going to tell you something right now. The reputation of the lock of the week has been severely damaged. Next season, I'm real worried that some of the Sam Roberts Show fans will not take my lock of the week seriously. By the way, our phone lines are open, 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969. I mean, I would say it could have been anyone's game for the first 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just for the Eagles. It almost felt like at the end they were letting them get a couple touchdowns, Kansas City.
And call that garbage time.
Yeah. Just to be like, okay, you did make it to the game. Like, go ahead, whatever you want to do.
Have one.
Have a couple if you want. You want to get two, get two.
You want 2 bombs to Worthy? Go ahead.
That's fine.
It's like the goodie bags that Hamas gave the hostages when they returned them.
That's right. That's exactly what it was like. All's well that ends well, right, guys? Yeah, it was it was a complete disaster. I mean, I don't know what happened. It doesn't give any credence to the idea that the referees were not on the side of the Chiefs for the entire season, because somehow they make it to the Super Bowl and they completely forget how to play football. And I mean both defensively and offensively. Like, the Eagles just decided to show up and just murder them in both respects. When they finally would get the ball, they would just be smothered by the Eagles. And by the way, I will say that upon further analysis of that first quarter tush push, I believe it was the first touchdown, that is a very dangerous thing to do, the tush push.
Yes, it hurts the players.
You were just watching players
telling
getting
you.
iced down after it. I was like, wait a minute. There's like 3 guys under this pile of guys. It was especially brutal, it being a first quarter Super Bowl tush push. But yeah, this thing is a terrible thing to do.
But it's also the most football play of all of the football plays.
How so?
Like, we're just going to line up, push you back, and
Right.
ram it down your throat.
Right. And there's no, we're not thinking about safety. We're not thinking about science. We're just like, this thing needs to go here. And we're going to push it here regardless of any obstacles whatsoever. And they did. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, I don't know. And they kept to, and I really think that they really thought this was going to be a Chiefs Super Bowl. Because if you watched all that pregame coverage, they were all talking about history. They were all talking about three-peats. Everybody was talking about Mahomes, like, he was the greatest quarterback ever. They had the sit-down with Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, where it was almost like Tom Brady without passing the torch, because he'll never pass that torch.
He must have had the best. Outside of the Eagles, he had the best night last night.
I mean, I think he's probably wearing green under his suit. He was thrilled, because that's one guy who never wants to pass the mantle. He would like to be the greatest quarterback who ever lived forever. He does not want anybody under him coming in and going like, okay, now he's the best.
And right now, that's his.
I mean, it's not a question. It's not. There can be people who are very good.
And listen, Mahomes is still very young. He can still
He's 29, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And he's been to,
I know.
Is his 5th?
Yeah, that's why everybody's
Super
like,
Bowl?
oh, he's going to be the greatest of all time, because
I don't think so.
he's still got time. But
I mean,
we're going to have to pump the brakes on that conversation for a little while.
yeah. He's got some growing to do, because whew.
Yeah.
I mean, they were even like this Mahomes Kelsey dream team. They were not communicating. I don't know if they just went in thinking it's a given. Let's not even think about the game. Let's think about the fun outfits we're going to wear.
You think they were looking past the Super Bowl?
100% they were looking past the Super Bowl. They were like, wow. They were thinking about where the parade's going to be, what they're going to go, what they're going to do on the off season, what kind of fun outfits they're going to wear. And then all of a sudden the Eagles were just sitting there going, I think I think we're just gonna smother them to death. I think we're gonna remove all the oxygen from them, and that'll be it. The final score of the game was 40-22, which I think even when we were wondering, even when we weren't all in agreement that the Chiefs were going to win, we said at least the one thing we can all say is it will probably be a low-scoring, close game.
Yep.
We were wrong.
That was every prediction.
Everyone!
Across the board.
Everyone!
Like, nobody deviated from that.
No. I'm not too ashamed to tell you I lost my shirt on this game. I will never financially recover from what happened last
Sign
night.
that contract.
I need the cash right now.
Tony, listen, whatever they offer.
Whatever. I'll take whatever.
Just take it.
I got to feed these kids. I lost everything on this game.
I told you. I tried to warn you
Tried to warn me what?
not to pick the Chiefs. I told you I took Philly.
Yeah, but you were betting with your heart.
And guess what?
You got good heart.
Yep.
You got a very strong heart.
What does Napoleon say?
Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah.
Follow
Follow your heart.
Oh.
Follow your heart.
I believe
That's
it
what I
was
always do.
the great Napoleon Dynamite that said, "Do the chickens have large talons?"
Now, Sam, you know what he says. Get your own dots.
I'm freaking starving, I believe, in the words of Napoleon Dynamite. And the Eagles were freaking starving last night. I'll tell you right now. They decided to, we're going to go full throttle from minute one and just leave our foot on the accelerator for the entire time. To the point where it was like, I mean, it was exhausting to watch. It got very boring to watch this thing just because it was like just more of the same. It went in one direction. You love the back and forth. It goes over here. It goes over. Oh, which one? Oh, this is exciting. I mean, when you just realized this is a one-way street from beginning to end, I was exhausted by the end, and not the type of exhausted where I've emoted a lot. That type of exhausted where it's like 3:00 in the afternoon, and you realize you've done nothing all day. All you've done is sat.
You're like, it can't possibly be 3:00.
Right, but your body has just acclimated to a resting state. That's what it felt like by the time it got to the end of the Super Bowl last night, to the point where it was like, this is not even an entertaining show anymore. It's a massacre is what it is. Don't you guys have feelings is what I was thinking.
Yeah, but they had to keep their foot on the gas.
Of course they had to.
See how quickly Mahomes can score.
Well, and plus, they're not like going, oh, I wonder if Sam thinks this is a fun TV show.
No,
they're really more
you.
interested in the trophy. They would like to win the game at all costs, even if it means concussing their own players in a tush-push in the first quarter.
There is sort of like a morbid fascination to watching a trouncing.
That's true.
Like, because you wonder, like, what's the next one going to be? All of a sudden, it's an interception returned for a touchdown after he had already thrown an interception. It's just like all of the shit starts piling up. It's like when you would watch those videos in middle school of people getting hurt.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. Or the idea that it's like, okay, the Chiefs have possession again. Oh, they lost it. Okay, they got it back. Oh, they lost it again.
Because you keep thinking like, well, there's no possible way. They're so good. There's no possible way.
I mean, yeah,
This can keep happening.
We know how this story plays out. Momentum shifts just when we think they're getting a shellacking, a true old school shellacking. Momentum shifts, and this is what makes this team so amazing. I honestly, Ed, I'm putting the kids to bed I put pause during halftime because I didn't want to miss halftime. But I'm putting the kids to bed. I go, don't even worry about
You
it.
didn't let them stay up?
For the whole game?
For the halftime. That was a cultural moment.
No, I didn't let them stay up for the halftime because I didn't know what words were going to be said. But why is he smiling like that? Well, don't worry about that. But I said, here's the thing about halftime. Both teams are going to go. It's a longer halftime. I mean, every excuse you could think of. People don't think about this. Super Bowl halftime is a lot longer. These Chiefs can go back there and come up with a brand new plan. Look, whatever plan they walked in with did not work in the first 2 quarters of that game, but they can go. This is what they do. They have, almost 30 minutes for halftime. Figure out a new strategy, an unbeatable strategy. And then, boom, here we go back to Kansas City. And it didn't seem like that was the conversation that happened during halftime.
I can't wait to see how much sportsbooks made yesterday. Because I can only imagine the amount of people that just continued to live bet Chiefs money line or Chiefs spread.
It kept going because the odds
kept getting better, and it's like, well, of course they're going to come back. They're going to come back. They're going to come, and then just nothing.
It's still good. It's still good. It's gone.
They cleaned up.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
yeah, absolutely. Because I'm sure you're right. They just kept going and kept going. Oh. And it's so hard not to, when you see the odds, when you see that you can bet on the Chiefs and get odds, how do you not?
The Chiefs to win it plus money? Of course I'm going to take
I'm
that. They're
definitely
gonna
taking
win.
that. Wait till you guys see the fourth quarter. Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
There's 3 minutes on the clock and they're already dumping Gatorade.
Honey, I got bad news. I picked purple.
No, yeah. It's fucking lemon lime after all this. After everything I've been through tonight. Lemon lime is the color. Who drinks lemon lime Gatorade? It's the worst flavor. Clearly, it was supposed to be orange. I bet a lot of people lost their shirt on that,
sure
too.
they did.
Nobody's picking lemon lime. If for no other reason than it's the least fun of all the flavors. My wife was like, there's 3 minutes left. She doesn't watch football, obviously. Not like me. She goes, there's 3 minutes left on the clock. Why are they already dumping the Gatorade? I go, baby girl, it's over.
It's over.
Oh, it's over.
The backups are in.
Oh, yeah. It's math at this point. There's a minute and a half left. Why aren't they moving down the field? Oh, no. No. This is the end of the game. Oh.
That must be nice. You could teach somebody else about football.
That's right. But what I do is talk down to them.
Which
As
you
if
should.
everybody knows this. Everybody's known this forever. This is America's game. How do you not know this?
This is just stuff you're ingrained with in youth.
from childhood. You didn't know that? Come on. Why did they get another point? Oh. You didn't know that? Troy, your birds. Your birds. Mr. Pennsylvania.
That's right.
That's your team, right?
That's absolutely right.
Did you celebrate? You got excited?
Absolutely.
Nice.
You got your green chomps over there?
Oh, yeah.
It's for Eagles green chomps.
That's probably why they put them out this morning.
My Eagles meat sticks.
Well, because they do have green and red.
Nobody's taking the red.
Nobody's taking the red.
It's a bad omen.
Green so much better.
Yeah.
There is something, of course, satisfying about watching a team like the Chiefs get shellacked.
A dynasty end.
Yeah,
Yep.
to see a dynasty end and to know that Tom Brady is on the call for it
Yep.
is an amazing irony. You know I love my stories, and that is an unbelievable story because that pregame interview, they really did. I don't know if you saw it. It was Tom Brady interviewing Patrick Mahomes, and it really was set up to kind of feel like
Just a suck fest.
it was a suck fest. They were just like sucking back and forth, and they really were. Oh man, when I was on the field with you. Oh, well, when I was on the field with you.
You
Suck
know, during
Central.
those commercial breaks, Tom was just turning to Kevin and being like, "They're getting fucking killed.
Yeah,
This is great."
I'll tell you what. Best of all time? I don't
Best of
think
all
so.
time? Okay.
I don't think so. He probably put on the radio. Rinaldi, you see what's going on down there? What do their faces look like? Tell me what the faces look like.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Especially since they all showed up, like, you know. I mean, in Kansas City, they're the biggest stars in the world. What else is going on in Kansas City? So all these Chiefs show up to the Super Bowl, forgetting that, like, we're playing a game here. They all show up like big celebrities. Even Patrick Mahomes had, like, that three-piece green zoot suit on, going like, oh, no, this is how famous people who win Super Bowls dress. And then, this Travis Kelce. Of all the games to show up, what is that, a
In
blowout?
women's clothing.
Yeah. To wear women's clothing with a blowout. It looks like he got blowout to me.
Oh yeah.
With his beard feathered, going like, oh no, I'm going to win this game and look good doing it. As opposed to, I'm going to lose this game and look stupid doing it. Yeah, he had a 70. See, go back to Patrick Mahomes for a second. I feel like Patrick didn't want to wear a costume. Like, this is just, he went a little too far. I feel like he was influenced by Travis. I feel like he's influenced by the people around him. I feel like he knows on some level it looks dumb. The tie is too wide. You know,
The tie is a little wide.
it's a super wide tie. To wear a double-breasted suit is a lot.
But the fashion walk in sports is now, I mean, it's such a thing now.
Sport is what you would say.
In sport.
Yeah.
You know, like it started it's been going on in basketball forever.
Forever.
But like now it's like, you know, football, baseball, it's such a thing now.
Yeah, but you got
What are you wearing?
You have to do it like my guy from the 49ers, okay? These guys know
George Kittle?
who else? Okay? He shows up in a vintage wrestling t-shirt with some chubbies on. You know why? Because he likes wrestling and he's getting paid by chubbies.
And you know for him it's a real vintage shirt. It's not a Bloomingdale's vintage
It's
shirt.
100% real vintage shirt. He paid top dollar for it. I know who he gets them from.
I knew Mahomes was testing fate right here when he walks in an Eagles green 3-piece suit.
It's like Razor Ramon walking under the ladder in WrestleMania 10.
And it's like you are either gonna like just really destroy them or you're gonna get murdered.
And I don't think he I don't think he was about it. Yeah, he went in with the troll.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Because you know what color that is.
of course you do. It's literally Eagles green. It's not just green. It's pure Eagles green. And they were like, okay, I see you. Meanwhile, I mean, luckily for him, Travis Kelce just took all the distraction away by wearing a like 1970s pimp costume to the game with it. Even like the I hope that's a Steven Singer gold rose he has tucked into his
that'd be
lapel.
dope.
If so, I take back everything I said. If not, he looks dumb. He's got his, the giant lapels and his chest hair is showing and the big sunglasses and everything. I mean, the happiness that he had walking in with his celebrity fashion outfit juxtaposed with the facial expressions that he was making on the sidelines. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing. The fact that that was all in one day. He went through all of that in one day is incredible.
It's an emotional day.
Yeah, for a lot of people, for different reasons.
Just many emotions.
I mean, can you imagine? For the Chiefs, I'm sure there were multiple times where Travis Kelce looked up at the clock and couldn't realize how much more game there was to play. Like, he just wants to go home. Look at him. Why did I wear that fucking suit? Why did I wear that stupid outfit?
Oh, I didn't bring a change of clothes.
Oh my
I just
God.
figured we were going to win.
I was sure. I'd get champagne all over the suit. It would look cool. I'd be making out with Taylor. Oh, no, the ring. I got to hide the ring.
I mean, he had to walk out in just the shirt.
Oh, he really did walk out in
Yeah,
the
that's
shirt.
him leaving, yeah.
Oh, my God. He didn't bring another outfit. I mean, you got to bring a hoodie so you can hide yourself.
Winners don't
put the
plan
hoodie-
for second place.
Well, guess what? Sometimes they're not winners and they end up in second place. That's right. That was the thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to bring this suit so I have no choice but to win. Well, there is a second choice. Wow.
Well, he probably figured he'd be getting that T-shirt too.
Right. Yeah. No.
Wear that home.
I'll leave in the Super Bowl champion T-shirt. Hey, do you guys have any of the misprints? Do you have any of the? I guess all I got is the stupid suit. Do you have any of them? No, you already sent them out, huh? They're already going to impoverished countries. Okay.
Those kids are going to be so confused when they get their three-peat shirt after assuming the 49ers won last year.
That's right.
They're going to be like, how is this mathematically possible?
I don't even understand. Mark in Texas. What's up, Mark?
Oh, greetings, Samuel. I just got to congratulate the Birds as they perfected the Mahomes invasion, as evidenced by him going down more than Stormy Daniels in a 60-minute period.
Oh,
Also, yeah, I know, that sucked, didn't it?
it's a bummer.
Also, has anyone checked, does the city of Philadelphia still exist after all the celebration?
That's a good question, Mark. I was looking into that. Yes. Do we know whether or not the city of Philadelphia is still standing? Does the Liberty Bell have any more cracks in it? There's so much American history there that I'm assuming was completely wiped out last night. Although the
Burned.
although the entrusted mayor of Philadelphia and spelling bee champion got in front of this. She said, you know what? There is a chance that the Eagles will win. This is before the game even happened. And she said that I have to make sure that our people know not to do bad things. This was the statement that she put out before the Super Bowl.
Don't climb light poles or anything else. Please, Philadelphia.
Right.
I implore you as your mayor, do not climb light poles or anything else.
Okay.
I know this comes up every time we have an outdoor celebration.
Well, I mean,
Every time.
every time there's an outdoor celebration,
I am tired of saying this.
we have to buy new light posts. Don't climb on light posts
Or
or anything
Anything
else. Did you say don't climb or don't not climb?
I love that she needs to be very specific and say or anything else, because you know that the people of Philly will be like, well, you only said the light
We
pole.
didn't climb on any
Yeah.
light posts. All the light posts are still standing.
You said
Anything
nothing
else?
about garbage trucks.
The garbage trucks are tipped. The garbage trucks are on their sides.
After our Philly teams win, and I get it. But folks,
I get
climbing
it.
or attempting to climb.
I want to climb them too.
I understand.
I get it.
I'm an adult like the rest of you, okay?
one of you.
I see a light post, my team wins, I go, we got to knock it over. We have to. This can't still be standing. This is my city. I got to trash it. I understand. But it'd make it a lot easier for me just in terms of cleanup and also light post budgeting.
Every time we have an
No,
outdoor
go for
celebration.
it. She needs to speak.
But like it is kind of like being a parent when you used to be. Listen,
I get it.
I know, I get it.
I get it.
I used to do the same thing, but now that I'm in charge,
Right. I get it. I get
can't
it.
do that.
He was making fun of me, so I know, but you can't hit him. I get it. I get it. I wouldn't want to be made fun of either. But you can't hit him. You just can't. You can't knock over the light post. I get it. You want to. You should. I get it. You can't.
too.
Can't.
After our Philly teams win, and I get it. But folks, climbing or attempting to climb up a light pole
Right.
or a bus shelter or really
okay,
any structure
bus
for that
shelter.
matter.
Or a bus shelter.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to say it. Anything that's there, just keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. You know. She said we couldn't climb the lamppost. She didn't say anything about these bus shelters. Tip it.
Matter, it can lead to tragedy.
Oh.
We do not want anything to happen to any of you, your friends, or your family members. So for your mayor, please,
Okay.
just don't climb
Personal
onto
favor.
anything, okay?
Don't climb on
that's,
things.
That's our golden rule.
That's the
Okay,
golden rule.
everybody knows you drive into Philly, you know, and you see that big sign, welcome to Philadelphia. The golden rule, don't climb on things.
I thought it was due unto others.
Nope. The golden rule, biblically speaking, is don't climb on things. Do unto others as they would do unto you. And also don't climb on things. No matter how happy you are that your team won, nothing. I've driven. When you drive past that line, when you go from Jersey into Pennsylvania, it says Pennsylvania, our golden rule. Don't climb on things for your mayor.
Don't climb onto anything, okay? That's our golden rule. We want Sunday to be a joyous moment for Philadelphia. We all love our Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay,
and we all want to
so?
show our civic pride.
Yes.
But let's vow together
Right.
to do so in a safe, respectful, and a responsible way.
Boring.
Okay, so she has said, she has tried every strategy inside of 60 seconds. She said she has made up the fact that this is the golden rule of Philadelphia, that you don't climb on things. Just made it up off the top of her head, said, okay, maybe that'll work. She has said it can hurt you or your friends or your family. She has said, do it for me, for your mayor. Don't even worry about your family or your friends. Don't worry about the golden rule. Do it for me as a personal favor. So with all that said, okay, now we're watching footage from last night of two gentlemen. They tipped over. That's a lamppost being tipped over.
No, that is actually a street light.
That's a street light, and they're stomping it. They're stomping it into bits.
Why?
You listen to the crunching. That's a street lamp, a traffic light being stomped to bits.
I understand celebrate. This is not celebrating.
Yes, it is. This is fun. This is called fun. Yeah. Why are you doing? Look at it.
He's got a helmet on.
Here's the thing. He's got a helmet on and he's flapping his wings. Oh, that's Jim McClure. Jim McClure is tipping over streetlights in Philadelphia.
That's why he wasn't answering my texts.
Look at him. He's okay. Now they've got the walk, don't walk portion of the sign, and they're holding it up as a trophy. So they haven't climbed it, but they never said they wouldn't take it home. And they are, I hate to say it, that looks like, what was the bus thing called? The bus?
Shelter.
It looks like they're on top of a bus shelter. It does look like they're on top of one, unfortunately. But they have decided to hold a traffic light hostage. They're taking it with them as a souvenir, and nobody's stopping them.
How are people going to know when it's appropriate to walk?
They won't. They won't. But the fact is the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so let's not lose sight of that. And
they're on the garbage truck.
It looks like they are going to get the traffic light on top of the garbage truck that they have decided to make residents on top of. So now the traffic light is on top of the garbage truck, which is exactly... And maybe that's what they're saying. Maybe we hate this... Okay, it
Probably
looks
heavier
like,
than they thought.
Okay, it fell down. It looked like it was going to stab someone in the head. That's exactly what the mayor was talking about. And the people of Philly have decided, let's stomp on it again. Oh, they are climbing. My mistake. I thought they weren't climbing, just tipping. But as it turns out, they are climbing up another one. Oh, this is great. This is a celebration. They're on top of something. I don't know what it is, and telling the world to suck it. Okay? And they've ripped down the no turn on red sign. So best believe people will be turning on red. Letting the world know.
Well, they got 2 words.
2 words for you. Go Eagles. No, this time it's suck it. And they've torn down the no turn on red sign, and they're holding it up as a trophy. Okay, they have lit a fire. They have lit a fire in the middle of the street. You know why they lit that fire?
Because the Eagles won?
The Eagles won the Super Bowl. And people may be confused, right? They may go, well, look, the Eagles just won the Super Bowl.
These are shirts.
These are T-shirts that they've, I think, probably illegally taken out of a truck.
Yeah.
And then they decided to take the T-shirts and light them all on fire. Instead of going home with a T-shirt, they're going to go home with street lamps and light the T-shirts on fire.
I wonder if those are the Chiefs championship T-shirts.
Well, here's the thing.
Why would they be in Philly?
Yeah, because you're probably going, well, of course, they're all pouring out of the stadium, and they have so much energy that they need to cause riots, which I get. Except the only thing is that the Super Bowl occurred in New Orleans, Louisiana, not in Philadelphia. So what happened here was the majority of these individuals were watching at home. I mean, there's no way they were watching in bars. Some were surely watching in bars, but a lot of them were watching at home. And they realized, what are we singing? They're having a great time. Is that Meek?
I think so.
Philadelphia icon, Meek.
Oh,
Mill. Yeah.
Friend of Diddy.
Well, we don't bring up the Diddy thing at this, not at the Super Bowl.
That's my
Don't do that at the Super Bowl.
Okay, sorry.
But
It's
yeah,
a celebration.
I like that the Eagles fans, they really did. They decided to leave their homes, get dressed, put on their jackets, put on their parkas, put on their snow boots, leave their homes, and
I mean, that's
destroy
what you
the
do
city.
when your team wins.
Of course.
Yes.
That's why Westchester doesn't have a football team.
Is that why?
Because they don't want Westchester to get destroyed. We'd definitely win. I mean, look at thousands and thousands
It's a celebration.
of people.
And destruction.
A lot of destruction. I hope that the other corner of 8th and Walnut's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't listen to that mayor at all.
No. Well, to be fair, I didn't see anybody climbing up light poles in any of these videos.
I think she meant the traffic light poles, too.
Okay.
I don't think she...
Well, then she wasn't specific enough.
Well, she actually did say that the golden rule is don't climb on anything. And they climbed on basically everything they could find.
I read that they had considered greasing the poles.
So people couldn't climb up them.
Yes.
That
but
would
they
have been the
ended up
move.
not doing that.
That was dumb. Now the poles are on the floor.
In hindsight, they probably should have greased the poles because it looks like there's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Well, they're all down. In this area, it's not just one traffic light that's down. Every pole has been knocked to the ground. It was almost like when they heard the mayor say, "Don't knock the poles over." It reminded them to make sure, regardless of anything else that happens on Sunday night, we need to make sure we knock every pole over.
Oh, she doesn't want the poles knocked over?
Let's knock them all down. All of them. I asked them not to do it for me. For me. No, everything needs
What
to
about
come
the golden
together.
rule?
No, no longer the golden rule. We need to knock everything over. And there you see, I don't know the symbolism behind it, but for some reason, Philly, and Troy, maybe you know, they took a Kermit the Frog doll and lit it on fire. And then they held it up, and they all cheered as they were burning Kermit the Frog.
Oh my god.
I can't get behind this.
Is that upsetting to you,
It
Danielle?
really is.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
That's
It
Kermit
is-
the Frog.
It is a sad thing. It's Kermit. It's Eagles green. I don't know why they decided
What?
to.
It
I
doesn't
think
make-
because people compare Mahomes to Kermit the Frog.
Is that what it is?
Oh yeah.
Then that's very funny.
Okay. That's funny.
In hindsight.
But
now
you know
with
what's
additional...
even, you know what's even funnier? Because this happened in Philly, 1,000%, that was a father who took it out of his child's bed. Because some things are more important. And he's burning his child's Kermit because everybody thinks it's funny.
No, I need it.
Yeah. But listen to all the cheering.
Oh, they're so happy.
Well, see, I love these folks.
I don't think those are their horses.
Those are their horses.
They are.
They're riding them. Yes, there were a bunch of Eagles fans that were going down the streets of Philadelphia on horseback. And
This
I
is
don't
like
know.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, I don't know where the horses came from. It's exactly like The Last of Us. I have no idea where those horses came from. But yeah, they're clearly Eagles fans because they got all their Eagles paraphernalia on. But the horses are trotting down the road.
This really has the feel of like an 80s movie where like the ragtag bunch of scumbags upends things for the rich preppy
Yeah.
kids.
That's right. That's right. Go Birds. Go Birds. This feels like the beginning of the revolution when you don't realize that it's going to get much worse post-revolution, that the tyrannical rule was much safer and better for everybody, except at the very beginning of the revolution, when the tyrannical rule gets overthrown, everyone's having a great time. Like, yes, we're not going to get taxed anymore. And then you don't realize that the weirdo in the Eagles jersey on horseback is your new king. And he will now be ruling the way he sees fit, which is far worse. He's uneducated. Eric in Boston. What's up, Eric?
Sam, don't you remember we got to participate in something similar in 2003 when Syracuse won the championship and they cut all the branches off the trees on Marshall Street and greased them up?
I'm gonna tell you, Eric, that there was an incident that in 03 when Syracuse won the national championship. And again, by the way, that game took place where? In New Orleans. Except a bunch of they aired it closed circuit in the Carrier Dome. So all of us students got to watch our team win. And there's a street in Syracuse called Marshall Street where like they have all the stores and everything. It's a street for commerce. And so we all realized there's only one thing to do. Even in the Syracuse cold, we need to go down to Marshall Street and take our shirts off, light them on fire, shake the trees violently, rip the branches down, and really destroy the one nice street that Syracuse has. And we did.
And you did that.
Well, Carmelo had won.
But you did that.
Well, I watched. I didn't do a lot of the destruction.
You didn't take your shirt off?
No, I left my shirt on. It was cold. It was a cold, I mean, it's March, but it's still cold in Syracuse.
No, it's cold. I'll keep mine on.
I'm going to keep mine on.
I'll keep mine on.
Some
No,
of the
thank
people,
you.
I'm going to tell you this, some were intoxicated.
Oh.
And that, I felt,
In college?
yes.
You're not always at legal drinking age.
Some were not legal drinking age and still intoxicated. Made it less safe.
Well, I
But
hope
yeah.
you alerted the proper authority.
I did. I called the police. Hello? I was just trying to get back to my dorm through Marshall Street, and I'm stuck. There's a riot. Yeah. Yeah, that was one. Actually, now that all the memories are flooding back, that one got so bad they did have to bring the jail school buses and put students in zip ties and load them up onto school buses to clear out Marshall Street. Yes, I remember that now. That was fun. That was a good time. So yeah, congratulations to Philadelphia, to the city.
John Hamm must be so sad.
Oh, well,
They still got that big penis.
John, wow, I don't know.
I don't think that's why.
John, I mean, I tell you, it was John Hamm and Hangover, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, man. He's done other things.
Has he?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He makes cheesesteaks now.
Hangover 2 and Hangover 3. Bradley Cooper introducing their favorite teams, I suppose. Yeah, the Kansas City has a big celebrity contingent, and they're good celebrities. They got John Hamm, they got Paul Rudd, and those are actual, like...
Eric Stone Street.
He's
a huge Chiefs
from
fan.
Modern Family.
Right.
See, when I say that, you don't say he did other things.
I'm pretty sure that's all he's done.
So, but John Hamm got to do the introduction of the Kansas City Chiefs. Probably a little too emotive. I got to know John Hamm, as most of us did, on the Mad Men show. Very stoic,
That's
right?
not how Mike knows him.
You know him from the penis?
Well, there's that picture of him with the huge schlong that everyone passes around.
That's true. And you remember,
From time to time.
we all pass it around. And remember, the rumors would break out that on the set of Mad Men, his penis became a distraction, and that he had to wear underpants because before he didn't want to wear underpants, but it was distracting the cast. Now, the truthfulness of that claim, I don't know, has ever been cemented. I choose to believe. Mike?
Oh, you got to lean into it.
Yeah. However, he didn't come across as Big Schlong John Hamm when he made his intro. No, not when he made his introduction last night.
Chiefs Kingdom! Make some noise for your AFC champion and two-time defending Super Bowl champion!
Fuck!
Defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs!
I mean, he still rules, John Hamm, but not the bad. You know what? It was a bad night overall for the Chiefs from the introduction. I mean, it was just...
But as Mike points out,
It wasn't their night. He still got the schlonger, though.
Yeah,
That's probably what he thinks.
After your voice cracks, just take it out and let everyone know.
I wouldn't even finish. Kansas City! You know what? Here, let me, just in case there's any doubt. Whenever anything goes wrong, remember, you've got that.
Just drop it on the table.
No problem.
like John, you can't keep sexually harassing people.
I got something in the back pocket that I got to share with everybody because there is going to be doubt.
That's why you're not getting work anymore.
Well, I don't care. I don't need work. I got, you know what? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say I'm not getting work anymore? How's this for work?
God, stop.
I got browsers on the phone right now.
Those are executives.
Take it off the table. Yeah. And I'm sure that the same way that Tom Brady was having the time of his life watching Patrick Mahomes, that right before Bradley Cooper made his announcement for the Eagles, he was probably real psyched that John Hamm's voice cracked. Because now all he has to do is not crack his voice, and he'll be good.
And plus, he's with his kid, so it's like like you're not going to lose.
Right, he's got the child with him.
Yeah. Between you and John Hamm, you're going to win, because even if you do fuck up,
but
you're with your kid.
He's with his kid, but John Hamm had his baby's arm with him.
That's true.
If you catch my drift.
He also had an infant.
Baby's arm holding an apple.
Holding they have a concession stand.
Yeah, they
bring
do.
fruit to the Super Bowl.
Probably should have been Washington in the Super Bowl, but that's neither here nor there. We did get the, of course, the halftime show. Everybody's talking about the halftime show. Very, very polarizing halftime show. I sent out a video with my immediate thoughts on it, my out of theater reaction to the halftime show, and I was surprised at how many people either thought it was fantastic or thought it was terrible.
I get that.
You know what I mean? Like, it was, and the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, like, I like Kendrick Lamar's music. So the idea that Kendrick would go out, before we get to where we're going, of course, the idea that Kendrick would go out by himself, I liked that he didn't bring out any big names, that he just took the moment for himself. I thought that was a cool move. I like most of the songs that he played, and I liked them before the Super Bowl. So I was like, this is great. Except there are a lot of people who don't know Kendrick Lamar's music.
A lot of people. Yes,
a lot.
He's not like
I would say there's a huge amount of people who, even if they do know one song, it's like Not Like Us is the only thing they've ever heard him do.
Yeah, he's not a mainstream artist. Like, as big as he is, his songs are not.
That's right.
Billboard chart toppers.
And so, yeah, I guess people are just like watching this show and they don't know any of the songs. They feel left out.
Yeah, I mean, when they announced him, obviously it made sense because,
there's only one thing we want to hear.
Right. But it is an interesting move, and I wonder if that's where this is going. Like, because there's only so many legacy acts that you can get up on that stage that everybody knows their songs to. So I wonder if now, with it being Apple Music and Jay-Z, if it's going to gravitate more towards what is popular now.
Yeah, like instead of going for, like they're going for a younger demo that aren't watching football. I mean, that's kind of the way that, first of all, I don't really give a shit about the halftime show. And I'm surprised at how many people still really give a shit about the halftime show. Like the amount of people that are like, no, this is what it needs to be. It's like, I mean,
like, who cares?
Who gives a fuck about the halftime show?
Yeah, it wasn't Metallica. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that said, I would love to see Metallica
awesome.
again. Yeah. But you're right. Like, because obviously the best Super Bowl performances are always going to be the iconics performers, like Metallica, Bruce, Prince. Paul McCartney. Prince is probably the best to ever do it. Yeah. Michael Jackson is the one that revolutionized the whole idea. They were doing stunt spectaculars before
that. It was just Disney, like, literally just controlled the halftime show, and it was just a
filler
product.
It was literally filler.
Yeah.
But also at a point, like, these sort of legacy icons don't want to perform for free. Like, and it's like, why? Unless they got a greatest hits album or a stadium tour coming, like, we've done it, and why do we need the exposure at this point? Unless it's just to have a great time, make an evening out of it. I don't know. Because it's a lot of work, and if you fuck up, everybody's going to say something.
There's there's a lot to gain by doing it, but there's also a lot to lose.
There's a lot for Kendrick Lamar to gain by doing it.
Yes.
But there's not that much, like, Paul McCartney probably had a much better time just sitting in the stands watching.
Hanging out with Adam Sandler.
Them just going back and forth.
Yeah.
Like equals. I go, good for you, Sandman. Makes me happy. Hard pass in Indiana.
Mustard! What's up, boys?
What's up?
I loved it so much. I know that wasn't for everybody, and you might be thinking it's the Super Bowl. It should be mass appeal. It should be for everybody. Well, fuck them. I like Kendrick, and I like that show, so I'm very happy. I thought it was very good.
See, that's the take, right? Well, it wasn't for everybody. Well, fuck them. I enjoyed the songs because I like the songs already.
I kind of
agree. How hard as fuck is it that he had to make sure he didn't double up from his last performance at the Super Bowl halftime show 3 years ago? That is so hard.
That was, thank you, dude. That was something, too, that he didn't repeat any songs from the last one. And, I mean, he did the songs, right? He did, which we thought, I think, the Squabble Up would probably open. Yep. He did Humble and DNA. He did the Black Panther song with SZA.
Yeah.
SZA was great.
Yeah.
And I don't think he wasn't lip syncing.
Didn't look like it.
It didn't look like he was. SZA might have been, I don't know, but it didn't look like he was lip syncing.
I mean, there were obviously, like, the background performers obviously were.
Sure.
But it didn't look like he was.
And I mean, Samuel L. Jackson. Can we all, even if you hated it, which I respect if you hated it, that's fine. Samuel L. Jackson was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it could have been right out of, like, 1989 again. I mean, he didn't feel like he had aged at all.
He doesn't.
Pure Sam Jackson, and I call him Sam Jackson because I'm industry.
I thought it was because you guys had an agreement with the Sam
with
name.
the Sam thing. Yeah, there's a society, a secret society of Sams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, and he's going to sound like that till he dies,
and that's great.
Like that's going to be.
Yeah. He's like James Earl Jones. He'll just he'll keep it. But he seemed I mean, he was great. He might have been, other than one specific song that I enjoyed. Samuel L. Jackson was my favorite part. You never feel like the moment's too big for him. Nope. Like the stage is too big. Like he's just, There's a spotlight on him. He's got a ridiculous hat on. And he's in the middle of a stadium, in the middle of a football field. And he's just going to take his moment and enunciate and do everything.
Yeah.
It's great.
Nobody's ever been like, it was good, but I didn't really need Samuel L. Jackson there.
You know what nobody's ever said? I probably would have done somebody besides Sam Jackson. That's
Just
never
didn't-
in any role ever. That in
Didn't meet
anything
the
he's
moment.
ever done. Yeah. Nobody's ever been like, I don't know if Sam Jackson was the fit for that. And then, of course, the moment that we were all waiting for. And he acknowledged, except for one person in Australia, one Toronto native in Australia. He was not. And for a second, because he took a couple of minutes to get there, there was a part of me that goes, is he not going to do it?
Well, this is the tease.
And then, I mean, you know, I'm a wrestling guy.
tease.
I'm a wrestling guy. I love the tease. When he did the tease.
And what he said.
And he, like, you could hear the music a little bit. Listen to the tease. Listen to this tease. Tell me this isn't great. You don't have to like the whole halftime show. That's fine. You know, I'd like to perform this song, but they love to sue. You know who the they is, right?
At that point, it's like,
It's Drake and his associates.
oh, we can't sue.
Right. Because now he's saying by suing, I'm doing a disservice to the entire audience and also somewhat bitch made.
And yeah, he already said it. He's like, they love to sue. I can't sue now.
No, because now it seems like I'm suing because I love to, not because an injustice was done. You're supposed to sue because a great injustice was done.
And it needs to be corrected.
Right. Not like, oh, this is something I love to do. This is a hobby of mine. And, you know, it's a real worm thing. A real worm is somebody who loves to sue. And I guess, and then he didn't play. But I did notice upon reflection, Danielle, what was that chain he was wearing?
Yeah.
I think I know.
Lowercase a?
Like a minor, like
Yeah,
A?
A minor.
Oh, that's weird.
Weird.
He was doing everything to be like, don't worry, guys. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And we were like, you're not going to do it, are you? Yes, I am going to do it. Yes, I am. But you know they love to sue, he said. I said, oh, my God. Oh, my God. And then he did it. A lot of people singing along. Now,
Dude.
I also
So much.
I also saw somebody did a video because I was, you know, I was very excited. You know, I really thought he was going to say the pedophile word. He obviously
Yeah.
did not. You know,
I'm betting that was the concession.
that was the concession. He's like, but I'm saying A minor. Okay, you can say A minor, and I'm going to do Hide Your Little Sister from him. Okay. There's a video, I should have sent it to you. I saw a video of like the arena, like somebody in the arena with their cell phone.
Oh, okay.
Videoed. I'm sorry, stadium. The Superdome, the entire Superdome, absolutely
I think I know.
sang along to the pedophile word.
Yeah.
All of them were there.
The P word. Okay,
As soon as he flipped that mic up, they all said it because there was the sound effect. There was like a scream sound effect because they were like, we don't even want you to hear the crowd saying it, but they all said it. They all said it. And I mean, there might be a Guinness World Record for the same amount of people all at the same time saying the phrase A minor in the key of A minor. It was really pretty impressive.
Big moment for all the pedophiles out there, too.
Well, this is more of a negative spin on that.
I mean, it's the first time they've been publicly celebrated by a stadium full of people.
I don't. Again, I think that you're misinterpreting the statement for celebration. But still, at least acknowledgement, we'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can get there.
It might be this.
Okay.
Let's see. No, sorry.
It's all right.
You should have sent it.
Listen, do you try to shift responsibilities quickly?
Well, you already said I should have sent it to you.
Yeah. I'm just agreeing with you.
But listen, the grin that he gave the camera.
I mean, so here's two things Kendrick did.
I mean, I could talk about it for days.
It'll be for years. So here's two things Kendrick did. Number one, hate it or love it. And by the way, if you hated the halftime show, 866-969-1969, you know, if you whatever. Phone lines are open. Two things he did. Number one, it's a forever meme. Kendrick smiling at the camera. We're doing that like strut that he's doing, like looking like, yes, I'm saying it. Yes, I'm doing it. it's a forever me. I've already used it once. Like it's too good not to use. Like that's saved in my phone, and it will be sent in texts. It will be tweeted. It will be on stories. It will be everywhere for a myriad of reasons. So he gave us a forever meme, and he brought back flare jeans.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I mean, he, for boys too. You know, he brought those back, and it's time. It's time we had flared bell-bottom jeans back, and he did it. I think the meme is probably what's going to stick around longer than the flared bell-bottoms. But
I mean, to me, instantly one of the most iconic grins I've ever seen on television.
It's as good. Say what you want about the halftime show. The grin is as good a grin as you're ever going to get on TV because he knows what he's doing.
It is look what you could have avoided.
Right. And because that grin, you know what he said right before that grin?
I believe it was, "Hey, Drake."
That's right. He said it by, he's like, I'm talking to Drake. You know the recording artist Drake?
It's as much
hey, I'm here at the halftime of the Super Bowl. Hey, Drake. And then you know what he says after the grin?
I forget, what was it?
I heard you like them young.
Oh.
And he's really happy about it. He's thinking, you know, it was a year ago today. None of this would have been possible. And he's going, not only have I humiliated you on some of the biggest stages the world has ever known, but look at the great things it's done for my career. Look at how good this has been for me. It's been great.
It's so insane to me.
That's great.
That it was that a rap beef was able to not only break through into mainstream culture, but it got the song got so big and so beloved by literally everybody.
And we're not talking about go to the halftime of the Super Bowl and have him jump in for a feature. He gets the whole show.
You get the whole show. And you close the show looking directly in the camera, grinning from ear to ear, and saying, "Hey, Drake."
But
it's insane.
Well, technically, he closed the show advising that somebody should turn his TV off.
I'm sorry, technically he closed the show by bringing Drake's ex-girlfriend out to crip walk.
Did they date?
Yes!
You mean legendary athlete Serena Williams crip walking to the song about Drake?
On his grave.
I mean, of all the things to do to a human being.
I mean, so.
And I want to know what that's what I was thinking about too. Like, what was that conversation? Like, hey, Serena, it's Kendrick. Look, I know it was a while ago. I know this is in the past, but you used to date Drake, yes? And it didn't end well, right? Yeah. I was wondering, you know, I got this gig coming up, halftime at the Super Bowl.
Don't know if you heard about it.
You know, would you be willing to crip walk? It's the song about Drake liking minors. Would it be cool if you just crip walked a little bit? And
Look at that. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. And she's great at it.
Very good.
She's really good at it. Now, she has crip walked before. I don't know if you know this, but she crip walked, like, I don't know if it was at Wimbledon or one of these big championship tennis games. She did a crip walk at the very end, but nothing like that. I mean, she had the hands going and everything.
That's a dagger.
She was wearing colors. I mean,
you don't come back from this.
No, because here's the thing. Like, it looked like Serena and Kendrick. It looked like everybody involved in this show was literally having, this is the best time I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had more fun than what I'm having right now. And there isn't even a fraction of an inch in my soul that will ever regret doing this. This is the best choice I've ever made to do this.
It was just unbelievable.
She's great at crip walking, by the way.
Very good.
Really, really good at it.
I can't do it like that. And I do it all the time.
I know. Well, you try. You try, and, you know, I'm glad you put the effort in, but it doesn't look as cool.
Anytime McClure calls me down to the office.
Just crip walking down to the office.
Yeah. I don't know if it's good news, bad news.
But it always ends up being good. Because if you crip walk down to the office, it's not, even if he intended to give you bad news, it's like, oh, no.
It's like,
anybody who looks that cool, I can't give him bad news now. I got to think of something good to say. You're getting a promotion. Tony in Indiana.
Hello, what it is, boys.
What it is.
Good morning.
What it do?
I gotta say, I've never been so excited to see a halftime show at a Super Bowl ever. Like, usually it's just like, whatever, you know. But man, like, in our living room at my friend's house, we're all gathered around, TV. As soon as that song came on, everyone popped. Like, it felt like we were there. And when that A minor line came up, we all said it. I couldn't even hear the TV. I was like, I think we're at the show. Like, this is awesome. I was like, man, it was so good.
It's
like,
a moment. It's a moment to bring people together. As it's lit up, he lit up a stadium full of people with the words "Game Over" on it. Like,
and it is.
Who uses the Super Bowl? It's so petty.
Yeah,
it is
so good.
It's so good. Thank you, Tony. I'm glad.
You know,
yeah,
do you know those videos, like, you know, when people are, like, filming someone, like, at a sports or a TV, like Cowboys lose and they punch a TV or something, you know?
Yeah.
It felt like one of those moments. Like, my friend's daughter was filming it, so you got that view, everyone screaming, like, A minor, shit. It's like, oh, man, this is great. So good. So good. But, yeah, punching out, boys.
Thank you, Tony. I'm sure because there are so many people that didn't like the halftime show that I'm sure Drake is, like, leaning in that direction, and, like, he's hanging out with his people.
It's okay.
Going like, yeah, I mean, failure for K-Dot today, huh? Not good for Kendrick. Am I right, guys? And they're like, oh, yeah, no, everybody hated it. Yeah, yeah, Drake, everybody hated it for sure. For sure. Did he even play Not Like? I don't know. I didn't catch it. I think everybody... Here's the thing. He played it late in the set. Everybody had turned it off, Drake. Nobody heard it, Drake.
They said it was so bad.
It was so bad. Everybody fell asleep. Nate in Jersey City?
I recognize I am not the demographic that they were going for here.
It's all good.
I'm a 55-year-old white guy, a little bit younger than Troy, and I had no idea any words that were being spoken or sung until my daughter, my 23-year-old daughter, told me, listen to this, and then it actually got pretty cool, because the fact that the guy had the balls to do that, he swung me. Absolutely swung me.
Nate, you represent a great population. I'm sure there were a lot of people because I read that, like in a lot of the Instagram comments, because I put out, look, that I really enjoyed it. You know, I wasn't one of these people that were like, this was without question the greatest halftime show that I've ever. No, I was just like, oh, look, one of the artists that I like is playing his songs. I like that, and also this Drake thing is the greatest thing I've ever seen. But there were a lot of people in the comments that are going like, I don't understand. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's saying. Which, by the way, I mean, to be fair, I don't know what the fuck Metallica is saying lyrically either. And when you really break down Metallica's lyrics, it's like, is Enter Sandman really just a going to bed lullaby?
Yeah, who's King Nothing?
But I wasn't.
Who's King Nothing?
I can understand English. I understand English, and I didn't know one word this man was saying. And we both speak English.
No,
did you know the pedophile word?
Yeah, that's the problem.
That one I did not.
That's the problem that they didn't say because. Yeah, they didn't say it. So I bet if you had heard that, you'd be like, wait, what did he just say? Wait, what's he talking about? Huh? But once, he lost. He left. But once his daughter broke it down, it's like you go, oh, is that what's going on? That's insane. He's using the Super Bowl as a platform. You know what they got to do next year? Because this is, whether you like it or you don't like it, it's gotten everybody talking. And I'm sure it's going to do massive for YouTube. I think they got to get Ice Cube to do the halftime show next year and have him do No Vaseline.
Just because?
Yeah, I think so. Because if he did No Vaseline at the halftime show, I'd be like, oh, shit!
I mean, it's in San Francisco.
It is?
Yeah.
Well, because you can't do Tupac, you can't do Biggie, that'd be impossible.
And then 2027, I think it's back in SoFi?
I mean, then maybe you wait until SoFi. Ice Cube's more of an LA guy than a San Francisco guy.
Kitchener.
Yeah, maybe...
Let's see.
Maybe 2 years from now in LA, even though they already did the LA hip hop thing, just make it Ice Cube show, and he gets to play No Vaseline.
Which, by the way,
yeah,
last night I learned that Super Bowl 2027 in LA is on Valentine's Day.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of angry women.
I mean, it's the most insane thing.
There's gonna be so many angry women.
How do you?
All the men are gonna be like, no, we're gonna Super Bowl.
How do you have the Super Bowl on Valentine's Day?
We're gonna. You know what? I tell you, it's gonna be a good day for February 13th because there's gonna be a lot of early Valentine's dates.
No, it's better this way. Saturday, you don't want to go on a Sunday.
I mean, why are you doing that to men? Why would you?
I don't understand.
Why would you put the men of America into a position where so many will have to flat out? Because a lot of women will do this. A lot of women will go to the men that they're seeing and go, Tell me, what's more important to you, the Super Bowl or Valentine's Day with me? And you know what it's going to be? Maybe it's maybe it's a test. Maybe it's the day we find out who the real ones are. You know, Mike, if I told, not that I would, I'm just saying, if I told you, no, I missed the Super Bowl, I only saw the second, I saw the fourth quarter, because by the time you get home, it's 9 o'clock at night. So I saw the fourth quarter because I was out to dinner with my wife for Valentine's Day.
I read my girlfriend the riot act months in advance about regular season games.
Sunday will not be a day for us. Many Saturdays, also tough. Also Thursdays, tough.
Monday nights.
Oh, you sound like her.
Yeah. But Wednesday, baby. Wednesday's me and you.
I mean, it sounds like you with wrestling.
Unless it's Christmas. Oh, yeah. I've had that conversation with... My wife will go, what are we watching tonight? I go...
What day is
think we're watching?
NXT. It's Tuesday. She's like, do we have to watch all the show? I go, yeah. We have to. What do you mean? Do we? No. As a matter of, this is what I say. No, we don't have to watch all the shows. However, we get the privilege to watch all the shows. We get to watch all the shows. How lucky are we? Right?
So much television.
Do we have to watch every game? No. We get the great privilege of being allowed to watch every game.
The greatest sport in the world?
That's right.
You don't want to do this for 12 hours every weekend?
I think you guys are talking about two different things.
I think we're both talking about the same thing.
Okay. Wrestling?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a sport of kings. Let's go to Eric in Pittsburgh. What's up, Eric?
Hey, Sam. How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Hey, two topics real quick before I get to the halftime show. Valentine's Day, since you're on it. Just take her out at 5 o'clock. You're home by 7. You get to watch most of the first quarter and
get the early bird.
Right?
But then you're going to miss the pre-kick show.
The pre-kick show.
Well, that starts at 9 a.m.
That's
so you
true.
should have your fill by the time that goes through. Leading into the halftime show, my son's 14. I'm going to be 49. I didn't even know who Kendrick Lamar was, really, except from you guys talking about that song. I've become a massive fan now. I thought it was fantastic, and the first thing I noticed, and I'm glad you brought it up, was the jeans, the bootcut jeans. God bless them. Bringing them back.
Bring it back, bootcut jeans. Isn't that nice? At 49, when you can watch something with your kid and go, we all used to wear bootcut back then.
I wore those.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what that. Yeah, like I was like, I used to cut my jeans at the bottom so it'd fit over my Doc Martens.
Hell yeah, dude.
He doesn't know what that is.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
He doesn't know what that is. But
of
now the
course I
other
know
thing
what
you
you're
asked
saying.
me,
Get them shits wet.
Yeah.
and I'm excited to ask you.
Yeah.
Are you excited for Heart Eyes?
I'm very excited. Everybody says it's really good. Yeah, I'm very
I can't wait.
excited. I haven't seen it or don't know much about it because when I know I'm going to be into a horror movie, I don't really get into needing to watch every single trailer. It's like I'm in, so the less information, the better. Yeah, I can't wait.
Well, correct. When there's a leather mask. When there's a leather mask with a zipper. I mean, it's going to be good.
Hell yeah, dude. Whether it's in the movies or in my personal life.
Love you guys.
Thank you, Eric. Let's go. We got a on the scene reporter. Let's go to AJ in Philly. What's up, AJ?
Yo, it wasn't as crazy as 2018, but fucking, dude, I'm shithouse right now.
Did you? Now I know in Philadelphia you guys have a golden rule of not climbing things. Did you?
People were climbing things. Did
you knock anything over, AJ?
Oh, I wish I did.
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Sure. What time did the festivities? At what point did it really begin? Where it's not like I'm just drinking, watching the game, but like we're celebrating.
It was around the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Or the beginning of the fourth quarter. We knew I was down on South Street and we were going to Broad Street.
You knew
we're
it.
out.
You knew it.
Yep.
How long did you? How long did the festivities? How long did the celebrations last? Last evening.
I just got home, so.
Oh, that's great.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go Birds, buddy.
Hey, hit me with one, AJ. EA.
AGLEA.
Okay, he's gone. Congratulations to AJ, and I'm glad. I mean, I regretted it immediately because I gave him the A, and I thought that's where people
That
get
sets
tripped
people
up on the
off.
spelling.
Like,
yeah.
They're good after that.
Yeah. Dan on Long Island.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
Just going to set the scene here about how Kendrick really is bringing families together. My kids could care less about sports ball, or they actually call it the Pooper Bowl.
Oh,
They're
wow.
laying in their rooms.
That's a good one.
And, until the halftime show comes in, and then everyone piles into the living room.
Right.
And I connected with my daughter over whether or not he was going to say pedophile or not.
That's great. That's
Turns
great.
out I was right.
Dan,
it was unbelievable.
Did this show help you? Did our multiple conversations, figuring out whether or not he was going to utter that word, did that help the conversation?
It did, actually. It was a topic that I happened to bring up. I said, I'll bet you he doesn't say pedophile.
Nice.
And my daughter said, no. There's no way he doesn't say pedophile.
Yeah.
And we all bonded, and it was a really good time. And I just want to say thank you, Kendrick, and thank you, Sam Roberts Show.
Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you. And also, ultimately, thank you to Drake. You know, I think he does deserve some of the credit.
I think he deserves a lot of the credit.
I think he does, too.
He set this whole thing in motion.
He really did. Remember that Drake song, Family Matters?
No.
I didn't think you did.
No, I don't.
Jonathan in Connecticut. What's up, Jonathan?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up?
I just want to reiterate, like, going on Facebook, seeing all the grandmas and grandpas that disconnect about the halftime show where they're still using quote-unquote crap rap unironically like it's 1999.
I like when people say that because it rhymes. When they go, if you ask me, rap is crap. I go, whoa! I didn't know we were getting angry tonight.
Yeah, it's funny to get like this slight racial tones that you see from people based on the comments about the disconnect of unable to like see a different type of culture on TV.
Yeah. It is. Thank you, Jonathan. It is interesting. I mean, I get it though. I mean, I get why people wouldn't be into it. I mean, by the way, I can't. I mean, neither side can I win on, can I?
What are you talking about?
Whichever one you don't like. That's
These are just like, generic profiles of people who probably didn't like the halftime show.
Well, what's that last one?
What's the last one? Let me see. I don't know, just some dude.
This was after I put out a video saying that I did like.
Oh, you mean that's Linda McMahon?
No, under Linda.
Under Linda. Oh, that's Sam Roberts.
Yeah.
It's only got 183,000 views.
Great. Fucking great. Last time I take a picture of myself with sunglasses on. Where were you, hot dog? Tell me not to take. Don't post that photo. You got sunglasses on. I didn't realize it was a dog whistle. I didn't know that.
Yeah, look, there's Jerry the King Lawler.
They're associating everybody there with
Hulk Hogan. He definitely didn't like it.
Hulk Hogan thought it sucked.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, brother, that's not really what the halftime show is supposed to be about. Hogan cleared up a lot on McAfee's show.
Did he? That's an interesting way to say it.
Yeah.
Should we retweet this just to give the people?
No.
Okay.
Do not retweet it.
Okay.
Do not retweet it. No.
I'll do it from my personal account.
Well, I wish you wouldn't, but I don't have any control over that. I literally just had like minutes before this went up.
Mm-hmm.
An hour before it went up. You had all the time in the world. I posted a video saying the opposite of awful halftime show.
It.
I thought it was good.
That's not what Scott Hall thinks.
Why are you doing this to Scott Hall? He's no longer even with us.
Rest in peace.
Scott Hall would have loved it, by the way.
You think?
Scott Hall brought hip-hop to wrestling.
Jericho didn't like it. That's probably true.
Maybe. I didn't ask him. But I would never...
You're right there. It's so funny.
It's so stupid. Do you understand that my app mentions are like literally at this? This is why I can't. I get this going like, what are you talking about? Sam's MAGA. And then also the tweet right under it is like, what are you wearing, your BLM socks? And I'm like, what?
You appeal to the masses.
I appeal to no one is the problem.
Yeah.
No one is who I appeal
That
to.
could be when everybody hates you, not Sam catching strays.
Yeah. Everybody's looking at this like, what? This doesn't seem fair at all. No. I appeal to no one. Everybody just assumes whatever they believe, Sam has to believe the opposite of. Because look at him. Just look at him.
I feel like we got to retweet it so people know what we're talking about.
They know.
I'm going to make an executive decision.
No.
Okay. Overruled.
Overruled. Joe in Toronto.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Excellent. I just wanted to speak. Number one, I'm in my early 40s, basically the same age group as you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of beside myself that we're just putting out this whole pedophile thing like willy-nilly, whereas up until maybe 10 years ago, that was something that would get you popped in the mouth, if you think back, guys couldn't wear mustaches throughout the 90s and 2000s because you looked like a pedophile. And now it's just something that's done as a joke. I don't get it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I mean, it is true. If you had a pedophile mustache, you were getting your ass kicked. There was no question about that. There was a time where, even just kind of looking like a pedophile was enough that you get your ass whipped. Maybe something did change, right? Maybe.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
I really think as well, number one, that it speaks to the overall pussification of modern hip hop, that these accusations are getting put out there and it somehow hasn't evolved into like a Biggie Tupac situation, And number two, I'd also like to get your opinion. Yeah, well, that's how seriously it was taken back in the day.
I know,
And
but
now
Joe, you can't you can't advocate for
You can't
your
do-
generation by saying, back in my day, my musical artists used to murder each other. Plus,
what's a bigger insult than calling someone a pedophile?
Plus,
murder. He's right.
Murder is worse. But I think that in my own personal opinion, I don't think that Biggie or Tupac got murdered because of a rap beef.
All right, well, that's fair enough. I have a question for you, though.
I think it was Diddy.
It could
Since this all appears to be fair game these days, do you think that if Michael Jackson was still alive, Kendrick would have the balls to call him out as well?
No, he's not guilty.
Also, Michael would never start anything with Kendrick.
No, he would invite Kendrick over and go, Kendrick.
Look at my mom.
Look at Bubbles, Kendrick.
So Kendrick would be down with Michael, but have a problem with Drake.
Michael wasn't guilty.
Kendrick didn't even have a problem until Drake was like, "Hey, fuck you."
Yeah, Drake started it.
I don't know, man. I just don't understand the world no more.
It's passed you by.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Joe.
What is this world?
I hear me too, man. Thank you very much.
But by the way, Joe, congratulations. You're one. I was watching Trump before the Super Bowl, and they asked him specifically, straight up, when you say Canada is going to be the 51st state, you're joking, right? He goes, no, dead ass serious. Dead ass.
He said dead ass?
He said dead ass. Canada's going to be the 51st state. So hopefully me and you soon will be country mates, my man.
I'll meet you at the border, bud.
Talk to you later. Yeah. He said dead ass. Brett Baer was like, you keep saying Canada is going to be the 51st state. Are you dead ass?
All right, I haven't previewed
And
this.
Trump went dead ass.
So maybe they edited that part out.
Yeah, listen.
The Prime Minister said this weekend to a group of Canadian businessmen, he was at a private meeting, he said that your wish for Canada to be the 51st state is a, quote, real thing. Is it a real thing?
Yeah, it is. I think Canada would be much better off being the 51st state.
He pretty much said
because-
dead ass. That's pretty much Brett Baer saying dead ass.
I mean, paraphrasing, but yeah.
Trump saying dead ass. Yeah. So, that's pretty sick. Dave in Oregon?
Seems so complicated.
Yeah, what's up? Well, first off, how about customer service? Because you guys are always bitching about that. That sullen, arrogant prick that answers the phone. How about good morning or we're happy to hear you call?
Are you serious?
Like, can you imagine him?
Was he shitty again?
Can you imagine him? Always. Like, what if he had a real job? Treat the customers with dignity.
You got to treat Troy. We're in a customer service business. Yeah. You got to treat the customers with respect.
Got one with the
customer's always
the
right.
dumb beard.
Yes, that's exactly who.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Well, always those guys are full of narcissistic rage.
It's idiotic.
Anyway, so real quick, the hip hop culture and the phony pandering of these monsters. At its height. With corporate America, that's the NFL, and parading out how they cared about all the people that died in New Orleans as they get people addicted to gambling. What a bunch of crap! But the
Wait,
got one
Dave,
focused.
Dave, I feel like
All right,
you
let
have.
me lock in.
I
Let
feel
me
like you have a whole list of
you got a lot
grievances.
shit on your mind as you're on hold, getting enraged.
Oh, I got you.
Let me
Okay,
get back to the decay of culture from the hip hop influence.
Oh, okay, Bill O'Reilly. Okay, Bill O'Reilly.
Which leads into the NFL getting everyone addicted to gambling.
Wait. All right. Okay, let's just get back to this girl who I hear her voice.
What?
Soraya version 2, who has no business being on the air here at all. But what it is,
You're talking about Danielle?
is Sam and all these Zeta males like Sam and you guys.
Meta.
No offense, in high
It's
school.
meta.
Dave, it's meta.
The Zeta males in high school who never had the confidence to talk to a girl. Now we have to sit there and listen to them chatter up and sounding all cool because we
Dave.
got a good-looking girl listen to us and laughing to us in the studio. I don't want to hear her. She sucks and she's dumb, just like Soraya was.
Hey, Dave.
Get a real. How about get a fat, funny comedian girl in there? I don't need to hear her.
Dave, I
don't
gotta.
need to hear you
I
feeling all
understand.
confident
I understand.
talking to a
I
dumb
understand.
girl in there.
I understand. I understand your grievances, but I do want to tell you just this. I understand your grievance. However, I need you to know what perception is. And perception, when you hear people able to just have a conversation with a female about what her interests are, versus a guy getting angry that a woman is speaking, I do feel like
I love funny women.
Dave, I feel like if one of us comes across like a incel virgin type, I don't think it's me in this scenario.
Well, might have a point. But speaking of Serena, I am a tennis coach, and she's the most vomitous blight on our industry ever.
All right, Dave.
She's
Dave.
so hateable.
Dave,
anyway,
I'm gonna
enough of politics. Let's pretend that you are a loving daughter, and I'm a good father.
I'm gonna go ahead and let him go, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. You gotta focus in, guys. You gotta laser in. We gotta hit one topic. Dave was going all across the board there. Laser in.
I'm exhausted.
I mean, I feel like I'm watching the Super Bowl all over again. It's ridiculous. By the way, I did enjoy the I say enjoy ironically the kickoff show.
Pre-kick.
No. The kick show.
Oh,
the pre-kick show was good too.
Okay.
You know, these Mannings, they're doing all kinds of things, but the kick show. Because the kick show, did you watch the kick show?
I don't know what I watched.
Okay.
I had the TV on. I don't know what they were classifying that specific hour as.
I had to text Jim because when the Horns took the field.
Yeah, I was watching that. With Harry Connick Jr.?
And Harry Connick Jr. was like, and he put it on, dude. He put on, welcome to New Orleans. And you're just like, wait a minute. I saw the Justin Stengel Harry Connick show, and you didn't have that heavy of an accent. But when Harry Connick Jr. came on and all the horns start playing, I immediately texted Norton and just went, I hope that you are watching this right now, because the only thing that I can think of is how much you must be absolutely hating this. Like, the only thing it was missing was dancing fedora guy showing up on the field with his cocktail.
They got him.
Here he is, Harry Connick Jr., bringing in a brass band because they're in New Orleans.
Culture. Music.
Let me just jump in. Okay.
I mean, it's marching bands.
Just start the game.
Yeah. And now I just think of Mike when he was dressed up as Fedora Guy for Halloween. See, they even in the R&B breakdown, got to keep the horns going.
Yeah.
We're in New Orleans, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is, I mean...
It just went on and on.
Okay, female brass band. It's just so many horns.
They love it in New Orleans.
Well, I understand, but it got to a point where it was like, this is America's game. Like, I know we're in New Orleans, but I feel strongly with give them a taste. Give them a taste of New Orleans.
How about a 5-minute taste?
Well, 5 minutes is...
More like a meal?
Wow, it's more than a meal. I had leftovers. It was a lot. And then at one point, I think it was Master P that just walked out onto the field, and he was just like, I'm also
Birdman?
here. No, Birdman wasn't there. They should have put some respect on his name.
Big
Frida.
Hmm?
Is that Big Frida? That's the voice.
Talking about the booty like a drummer?
I didn't understand why they kept showing that.
The one
in the
it had
like,
to be somebody. I
horrible shot.
also was lost. It's like also that guy showed up late, or that young lady who I don't know.
You think that's what it was?
That human being showed up late, but we promised him some camera time.
Like like if you go to a hockey game, you can't walk down
you can't go during the play. Yeah, they're like, wait, you got to wait until the kickoff show is done.
But no, I'm supposed to be down there.
Fuck. That's E-Rock trying to get down for Triple H's entrance.
I made a wrong turn. And then they just gave him way too much time.
It's a lot. It's just a lot. Yeah.
I refuse to believe anybody likes Harry Connick Jr.'s music.
You know what?
I
think I'm going to co-sign.
Believe it.
I think I'm going to co-sign. He's a charming guy. He's a handsome guy.
I don't know how he's famous.
He's got a lot of personality.
Sure.
But the idea that like you're going to go and like grab a Harry Connick Jr. album or stream it or whatever.
I don't believe it.
I couldn't possibly believe it. Unless you were like a dork and you were going to New Orleans. Like, you know how the type of person that listens to the band that they're going to see at a concert on their way to the concert.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Like a dork.
No. You want to get into the headspace.
Okay, now you're going to a Pearl Jam show. Mm-hmm. You're listening to some Pearl Jam hits
sometimes,
on the way. Okay. Okay.
Only the hits?
Oh, well, of course.
Okay. Sometimes.
That's why I left the Apollo show. I'd heard the hits, the two of them. So right now, take that. Except add it like if you were going to Disney World. Maybe you'd start listening to the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack on the way just to get you charged up, right?
I mean, I'm doing that anyway, but go ahead.
Right. So, like, you're on the plane, and you've downloaded it, because you're not going to pay for plane Wi-Fi, but you're listening to Gaston, you know?
Getting in the headspace.
If you were doing that, but going to New Orleans.
Bonjour.
Exactly. That might be the one time you'd listen to Harry Connick Jr. music.
But I feel
on your way to New Orleans just to be like, I'm going down to the bayou.
I mean, that sounds like the most posery New Orleans music.
It does.
You could possibly listen to.
Well, it's mainstreamed New Orleans music. And you would say New Orleans.
New Orleans.
That's right. That's better.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But in case there was any confusion, the Super Bowl did indeed
I mean, that sounds like being like, yeah, no, I love heavy metal. I love Metallica.
Yeah, mainly Metallica.
It's like, oh, okay.
Super Bowl did take place in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And that, to some people...
So,
I guess
we got to get Harry Connick.
Yeah, where the hell are we again? Oh, New Orleans. Okay,
Lil Wayne ain't going to be there.
By the way, I was thinking that just as an overall halftime show, man, a Lil Wayne halftime show in New Orleans would have been amazing.
Well, he didn't even go to the game.
No, but he got to be on that commercial.
What commercial?
He was on a lotion commercial.
Oh.
So there was a you know they always like doing the stunting. They always like doing the stunting to go like, oh, here's like a clip of news that's going to break. And then when the news breaks, it's actually just the reveal of a commercial.
Oh.
So Lil Wayne said, I'm not going to be at the Super Bowl, but I have something else to announce. And then the announcement was that he was doing a commercial for lotion. But the tagline is, we're all a little sensitive sometimes.
Oh.
Right? So Lil Wayne was sensitive about not being at the Super Bowl, and here's the lotion that he likes, I think was the gist.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, look. I'm like how some people are with music and Kendrick. I'm like that with these Super Bowl commercials. Ever since the Budweiser Frogs, it's been downhill. I can't get... Ever since Waza, that was the last truly great commercial. Waza!
No one's ever going to top that.
How could you?
That's how you greet your bros.
That's right. That's 100% right. And you still do to this day, yes?
Of course.
Yes, you do.
You don't think Seal is the Seal tops that?
Oh, that was so weird.
Oh,
Seal is... You like that one?
Yeah, the
You
song's been stuck in my head literally since.
Right. His Kiss from a Rose. Yeah, no, I don't know if it's going to top WhatsApp for me, but I could, it was noteworthy.
Can't believe he was available to do that commercial.
Why are you hating on Seal, bro?
I don't like Seal.
Why not?
I don't like
It
Seal.
was just so stupid.
I hate
It was
that
just
song.
perfect.
Right. Because his name is Seal.
Why don't we make him a seal?
Like the animal. It is wild that nobody's thought to do this. It's kind of funny.
The only thing I thought was funny was at the end when he's like, that's a good looking seal.
Because
I'm like, okay,
Seal.
that's funny. This is so weird.
Well, he can't open the Mountain Dew because he's just got this flappers like a seal, Here come the sharks. staying still so the sharks don't see him, except it's Seal.
There is so much as he can tell you, so much he can say.
Danielle, you don't realize this song was big enough that he could have performed it on a Super Bowl halftime show.
You couldn't escape this song.
And now he's parodying it. There it is. You like that line?
I like that.
You
That was
always
fun.
need a strong outline on a commercial.
And that was good.
That would get no respect. If there was a commercial without a strong outline in the Roberts household, it would get no respect.
I'll tell you who's becoming the king of the Super Bowl commercials.
Who?
Ben Affleck and Duncan.
I mean, the fact that they got Jeremy Strong to jump in a big vat of coffee.
And to make fun of himself.
That's pretty sick.
Yep.
The Dunk Kings are just that.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the character. That was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I like the Dunk Kings.
I like the Dunk Kings.
I want to get the new hoodie.
Oh, they got a new hoodie?
Well, from the commercial, that wasn't last year's hoodie.
All right.
That was a different hoodie, so I got to grab that. And then, of course, the big reveal that Chasmo passed away. Chasmo.
I didn't really know Chasmo.
Chasmo, the pizza rolls alien, died. I don't know if you guys were following the saga of the pizza rolls commercial, but I mean, anything even remotely related to "I Think You Should Leave" is gonna get my time of day.
I watched the extended 2-minute
too.
commercial,
and then I made my wife watch it. It was great.
This is so funny.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that's just
Can you hit it from the beginning? So because people are going to be confused by the. So the idea is that what's his name from I Think You Should Leave?
Tim Robinson?
Tim Robinson is and do you know what his co-star's name is from the Detroiters?
Yeah.
So the two dudes from the Detroiters and I Think You Should Leave. They're on the pizza rolls commercials, and it's
Sam Richardson.
Sam Richardson, and it's basically the setup for this is it's like E.T., where all the kids are saying goodbye, and then Sam Richardson and Tim Robinson show up, and they would also like a goodbye.
Well, they're the dads.
They're the dads. What do you got a goodbye for the dads? And they don't get along. And then the reveal is also that they named the alien Chasmo, but that was not the alien's name.
That's just what they called him.
It's basically they're mad at Chasmo for eating all their pizza rolls, and they think he owes them $100. But Chasmo's rebuttal is pizza rolls are like basically $1 for 10.
They're so cheap.
Yeah. So
everyone
then
should buy Totino's.
Right. So then this is the conclusion to that.
Thank you for sharing your Totino's pizza rolls.
No problem.
I'll miss you, Jasmo. I'll miss you, too. They're the most snackable pizza
The door shut on him.
Fortunately, that's just a part of life.
Rest in peace, Jasmo.
We didn't know him as well as you, so it's not as sad for us.
Not that we didn't want to.
Just didn't open up around us. Totino's pizza.
I mean, that's the type of shit that will make me laugh for years.
Forever. I don't know. He could say anything, and I think it's funny.
I mean, just the idea that he's within 2 seconds looking at the kids going, that's just a part of life.
Part of life.
Chasmo's dead.
Rest in peace, Chasmo.
Yeah, so that's those were my big takeaways. It was the Seal commercial, Chasmo's dead, and Jeremy Strong into dunking. No, that was great.
Just watch anything with them.
Me too. Big fan. Big fan. Brandon in Arizona.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
So yeah, we had a good dose of mushrooms last night, me and my neighbor, while we were watching those commercials.
Okay.
And right off the bat, Eugene Levy, his eyeballs flew away. There was no way that really happened, right? Or
I don't know. Can we get confirmation on the non-mushroom commercial? Did Eugene Levy's eyeballs fly away?
They weren't his eyeballs.
Eyebrows.
his eyebrows.
Okay, well, check on both just in case.
Let me see.
They did.
Okay, it was a Little Caesars commercial.
Let's see. He's eating these delicious-looking Crazy Puffs. Oh, there
his eyebrows really really did fly away. Yes, they did. That was not the mushrooms. That really did happen. But the eyeballs stayed in effect.
all right, cool. I just triple check it. And then on top of that, I want to make sure that I didn't see some flying mustaches as well that ran in.
I was actually
Yes. The Pringles commercial.
Yeah, I was just about to say
There was a lot
that.
of flying facial hair last night.
It was weird that they didn't get together. Like I think the eyebrows commercial aired first, But I wonder if the Pringles people were like, "Oh fuck, god damn it," because it was literally the exact same premise.
Yeah.
Pringles got people who have famous mustaches, except for some reason they didn't use Hulk Hogan. I don't know why. Maybe it's political. And
You think that's what it is?
And some other stuff.
Cancel.
but yeah, people with famous mustaches.
Oh, yeah, there's Nick Offerman.
Right.
Sure.
How their mustache? It's literally the same commercial as the Eugene Levy commercial, except
Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
except they're more famous. There's more of them in the Pringles commercial.
You think maybe like
I give Pringles the W on this one.
Okay.
Except they're both gross.
You think maybe somebody from Pringles left and went to Little Caesars and was like, "Hey, listen, I don't know if they're actually doing this idea."
Yeah, and this morning they're all just staring at the dude.
Dude,
Like,
what the fuck?
What the fuck? Dude?
You said they weren't doing that.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
sorry.
I guess they got Eugene Levy.
Yeah, I don't.
But that one doesn't even make sense to me.
With the
Why are-
eyebrows?
yeah, like why are your eyebrows over Little Caesar's pizza?
Well, the
cups?
eyebrows make sense because it's like, ooh, I can't believe these are so good, and then it's so good that like
Your eyebrows fly away.
Yeah,
Like,
because
what?
your expression is so big that it just tears your eyebrows off.
This sounds like you're cucking hard for Little Caesars.
I just like Eugene Levy, and I do like pizza.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean they
but-
looked good, but it still doesn't make sense to me.
It makes no sense at
I
all.
was like,
especially
I gotta get
compared
some of them.
Yeah,
like the
that-
Pringles. The
yeah.
Pringles can has a big mustache on it.
Yeah.
So
the mustache.
why would it take all the mustaches?
to get on a can?
It's already got a mustache.
Yeah, but they're getting more Pringles.
You just print them.
But there's no relation to eyebrows to pizza.
And if anything, it makes it feel disgusting.
Well,
like
it has
people got
to
their
start at
eyebrows
some
on the
time.
pizza. No, it should have been just the Little Caesars guy going pizza, pizza. You know that people
That's
love
always
that.
classic.
People love that guy. They think he's great.
Or get the California raisins back.
I can't believe nobody used the California raisins last night. That's stupid to me. That's a missed opportunity. I would have had, if I was Kendrick Lamar, I would have had the California raisins come out and call Drake a pedophile.
You're the California raisins do it.
Why would they do it? I don't know, to tell you the truth. Why are they all in bootcut jeans?
They're back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I'd say thumbs down, Little Caesars.
Okay.
Thumbs in the middle, Pringles. Thumbs up, Seal. Thumbs up, Dunking. Thumbs up, Chasmo.
2 thumbs up, Chasmo.
2 thumbs up, Chasmo. Chasmo is the commercial of the Super Bowl.
Watch the extended cut on YouTube.
Well, because there's a whole narrative that you're missing.
You get all the lore.
Yeah, because it is funny just to watch Chasmo die in the door and have the dads not really react well to it. But yeah, the lore really brings it home.
Yeah.
My God, I feel like we covered it all, huh?
Yeah.
Have the Chiefs? Did they interview those guys after the game? I only saw interviews with the winners.
Yeah, they talked to Mahomes.
Was he like, "I'm sad.
He's like, I'm sorry.
I was supposed to be the best ever. What happened?
My fault."
I owe Sam $50.
Man, you lost $50 on that one?
Yeah, I did.
That's a rough night.
Yeah, I did. You know why?
Why?
I was ahead for the season and felt like, I can just do this.
Oh, yeah, nothing ever goes wrong when you just place a bigger bet.
Now, guess what?
What?
I'm $50 less than I was for the end of this season.
Ouch. Can't all be winners.
Still ahead, by the way. Still come out of this season with more money than I put in at the beginning of the season.
That's all that matters.
No.
Even if it's $1.
I would have been more ahead.
Well, that's gambling. But no, Kelsey didn't talk.
Why not? He had that fun suit on.
He was sad. He went to Taylor's suite afterwards.
Like our hotel suite?
No, the one in the Superdome.
Why? The game's over.
They're hanging out. There's probably extra food left.
Why was Taylor still in the suite after the game? The game's over.
Hanging out. You don't ever just hang out and be like, well, we still got chicken tenders left.
We don't.
They're not kicking us out yet.
Here's the thing. When I'm in a suite, you better believe we do not have chicken tenders left at the end of that game. The chicken tenders are gone, and that little cup of ranch has been scooped clean.
Maybe they were like heating up some Totinos.
They say no, they're too expensive.
No, they're only $1 a Totino.
No, it's $1 for 10.
Oh, they're only $1 for 10, and Taylor's got that kind
What
of
are we
money.
talking about? Eggs? No, we're talking about Totinos. Yeah, no. If it were my suite, they'd come in and go, "Oh, who washed the ranch container?" I go, no. I just ate every bit of ranch off of it. All right, look, we covered the Super Bowl. We have much more to cover. We have to. I don't know. Montoya may have to wait for tomorrow. I mean, 2 forever memes this weekend alone. Montoya and Kendrick at the halftime show. I don't know, because we also need to cover big balls. You know, and the government hirings that are going on. Look, there's a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about all of it. It's going to be fabulous. Stay right there. We'll be back.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
Always farming. Good parties. It's feels fine.
We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Create a happening where they go, now they're singing it. It was on the commercial. Now they're singing it in the stadium. Yeah. It's a happening.
Stupid.
What do you mean stupid? They sing the song in the stadium.
Yes.
You don't like that song?
No.
You don't like Country Road, Take Me Home?
No.
To the Place. I Belong.
Yeah, it's
West
whatever.
Virginia.
If I never heard
Mount
it again,
Mama.
I forgot all about
Country Road.
Yeah.
Take Me Home.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I don't hate it, but if it like...
You're a hater.
No.
How do you not like... I mean, the whole stadium's singing that song, and you're the one going like...
They're probably forced to.
How are they forced to? Are they
the same reason
cattle
everybody
prods
sings
in the
along
seat?
to Sweet Caroline.
People love that song. They like because it goes like this. Oh, oh, oh.
You talking about Sweet Caroline?
Yeah.
All right, now we're talking. I can get into some Neil Diamond. I don't even know who sings Old Country Road.
First of all,
is that Lil Nas X?
No, Old Country Road is no. I believe Country Road, Take Me Home.
You don't even know who sings it.
John Denver song.
Are you sure?
I mean, you're the one with the Google machine.
No, are you sure?
I said I think.
Because you're like, oh my God, how do you not like this song? But if you don't know who actually sings it, you don't have.
Well, then I guess there's only one way to find out. Wiry fingers.
I'm working on that. All right, it's John Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, I could.
So the fact that you're going to come in here on a Monday after the Super Bowl, disrespect Rocket Mortgage, disrespect John Denver, and disrespect the happening.
I think Tony's just trying to get a plug in for Rocket Mortgage.
He is. He represents Rocket Mortgage. Yes. No, John Denver's the shit.
Yeah, but this isn't about John Denver.
Well, it's his song, and they were all singing it, and you don't like a happening, which is crazy.
He sings "Thank God I'm a Country Boy." They play that during the 7th inning stretch at the Orioles games.
You like that? You sing along?
Love it.
You just
Yeah.
do
Yes. That's good Americana. Go ahead, Mike. What do you want to say?
Nothing says country like Baltimore.
I was wondering why the Orioles would adopt John Denver.
The Amber Waves of Baltimore.
Yeah, why? Yeah, why do they do that?
I don't know what the origin is. I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure.
Do they also play like New York, New York on the way out of the game?
Stupid. Yeah, but I could.
Thank
take
God
or
I'm
leave
a
the song.
country boy in Baltimore.
Well, I got me something and I got me a fiddle. Yeah, it's a great song.
Are there fiddles in Baltimore?
Yeah, and there's cakes on the griddle.
From The Wire?
Yeah.
The fiddle,
yeah, that's right. I remember
the fiddle
that.
scene.
I think that was season 5. I think that was the 5th
It's
season.
where they kind of lost their way.
Yeah. They were like, we got to do something with these griddles. Wow, I didn't know that was the Orioles' 7th inning stretch. That's why Trump always goes to Yankee games. You know, our 7th inning stretch song is.
What's that?
YMCA.
Well, that's right.
Of course. It's the best song.
He shows up in the 6th inning, grabs himself a soda.
Yeah, oh yeah.
A Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
And then he's like, all right, let me sit down, get ready for the 7th inning stretch. And then he's out in the 8th.
And then he leaves. He doesn't need to see it. He knows what's going to happen. Yankees win. That's a big deal.
Yeah, Take Me Home Country Roads. If it was never on again, I wouldn't even notice.
Really? That's what people say about your contributions to this show.
I don't know. It's not one or the other.
Well, guess what? Like, if you're going to disrespect John Denver, the late, great John Denver, you know, you ever hear the Muppets Christmas Carol with John Denver?
Of course.
Amazing.
I love that.
Amazing. So how come Country Road is the only song?
I'm just saying you're shocked that, like,
everybody loves that song.
Take Me Home Country Road.
But you like all the other John Denver songs.
We've only listed 2. One involves the Muppets, which I'm going to like.
That's a whole album, bro.
I'm going to like anything that involves the Muppets.
Oh, except when they burn Kermit.
Except when they burn Kermit. I thought that was fucked up.
Oh.
They're closing Muppet Vision. It's now is not the time to burn Kermit.
I get you. You're bummed that they're closing the Muppet Vision movie in Disney?
Yes. It's a cultural icon.
No, I know. I
It's
did
the last
wonder.
thing Jim Henson worked on.
Last time I was there, I was like, oh, I saw this when I was a kid. I feel like the technology has moved on.
No, 3D is still cool.
It's still amazing when the puppets are like, oh, I thought this was 3D, but the puppets are actually here. Well, yeah, I think...
I didn't mean to be controversial. I'm sorry.
pissed me off. It pissed me off, and it pissed me off that you disrespect John Denver, and it pissed me off that you don't think that that's a cool thing for there to be a happening, that it starts in a commercial and it spills into the stadium.
There is some foreshadowing there because West Virginia fans are
Right.
also known for burning things when they win.
Oh, Kermit's or?
I don't know if they've ever burned a Kermit the Frog. I think that was very specific to this game.
Gotcha, okay.
But I believe couches were the big thing in West Virginia.
Well, they burn so easy.
And both places renowned for animal fucking.
That's right. That's right.
Renowned.
World renowned. Dave in Denver.
I'm pretty sure John Denver doesn't sing "I'm Proud to Be an American."
No, he does not.
And also, I think it would be really cool if Omar had played the fiddle instead of whistling on the wire.
Yeah, no. Did somebody say John Denver plays "I'm Proud to Be an American"?
No.
I hope not. Maybe you just
I said,
thinking
thank
that.
God I'm a country boy.
Okay. Well, speaking of musical artists, unfortunately, John Denver is not poised for a comeback anytime soon. Rest in peace to the late great John Denver. But Kanye, big weekend for Kanye.
You think this is a comeback?
I think it's a comeback.
Okay. Well, he did say he was going to play Super Bowl next year.
He said that. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't read every tweet yet.
Well, it's a lot.
Well, unfortunately, the tweets have ended. It appears that Kanye West will be logging out of Twitter. I know David Schwimmer. You know David Schwimmer from Friends?
Yeah, of course.
David Schwimmer was on Instagram pleading with Elon to eliminate Kanye West's account. The words coming from Kanye, obviously, too influential, too dangerous. Which, at this point, if Kanye West is influencing you, I would think that you might be the major problem here. Like, I don't think that there's anybody who would be influenced by Kanye West tweets that would otherwise be a normal contributing member to society.
Like, that's what swayed them.
Right. Like, I was ready to just be a great human being, but Kanye said all this stuff about Hitler, and now I feel like he probably was in the right direction. I don't think that that's a population. But yes, over the weekend, Kanye did once again profess his love for the dictator.
And it was like Friday morning. Like, I was reading them in real time.
Well, he's supposed to be coming out with another album, right?
Is this the promotion?
I feel like there is something going on where it's like, okay, time to get people...
This is not promotion.
...to start talking about me again. Because two things can be true, right? He can want people to start talking about him again, but also be this, like, manic, lunatic human being that goes, here's how I'll do it. Like, it's not like if you think, oh, he's just doing this for promotion, that means he's not a lunatic. Both things can be true. You can know, because the brain is a complicated mess. One piece of your brain is over here going, yay, you should be promoting the album. And then the other part of your brain is going, and here's how we do it. Both of those things, I think, can be true. Kanye said that Hitler was so fresh. Which, I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He professed himself a Nazi, and then he loves Hitler. Now what, bitches, is what he said.
Yeah.
Like, as if, like, well, now what are you going to do? And it's like, well, I mean, I'm
probably not listening.
Disagree. Probably disagree vehemently, I think, is what we'll turn around and do. You can't cancel. Well, I can disagree. I could say that you and I don't line up there. He wants to normalize talking about Hitler. The way they talk about killing people has been normalized. He didn't write people, though. Wrote the N-word. He tweeted out that he's racist.
Well, I mean, what did he say?
Well, he just wrote that.
Oh.
Yeah, he just wrote that. That was the whole tweet. So
I thought you were like paraphrasing. Like,
No.
He said some things that some people think are racist.
No. He said he was.
Okay.
On the tweet.
Was the direct quote?
Can you read that for me, Travis?
I can't. It's too small. You have to read it yourself.
Troy, can you get that?
Get Hot Dog to read it. Actually, get Hot Dog to read all of them.
That one at the bottom?
Hot Dog, can you read this one, buddy?
Just the one at the very bottom there?
Into the mic?
Into the mic, just so we can hear you. Because Travis thinks I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. Could you just...
The last one?
The last one, yeah, very bottom.
I'm racist.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's what he said. All right.
I'll never use that phrase.
Sounded like a overly nasally Dave Chappelle impression. This was a funny one, actually. Kanye tweeted that Elon stole his Nazi swag at the inauguration. Yo, my guy, get your own third rail?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like on a subway?
Oh.
Third rail?
Yeah.
He's electric?
Oh, electricity?
It's electric.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
I thought he might have just misspelled Reich.
Oh. That's possible.
But I don't know. He said that he would like people to call him Adolf Hitler. You know, like Kanye.
No, I got it.
Which is cool. You know, I mean, when I was in college, Kanye dropped the College Dropout. And it was amazing. It was life-changing.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a
classic.
I was like, yeah, I mean, if I was working at the Gap and I looked at my check and wasn't no scratch, I'd probably steal pants too. That was the whole thing. You know, he dropped out of college. And they said, oh, you graduated? And he said, no, I decided I was finished. I was like, this is great. This is awesome. I'm going to follow whatever this guy says going forward. I'm on board. This is my... What? What? He wrote that he's racist. And he wrote that stereotypes exist for a reason because they all be true, is what he said.
That's what Troy's been saying forever.
They all be true. All of the stereotypes, not
They all be
some.
true.
Every stereotype he believes is true.
These tweets were coming in so fast.
It was only this weekend.
Yeah.
He said that he never apologized for his comments about Jewish people. But I believe that he did. I believe that he's forgetting that he did make he said that he watched 21 Jump Street starring Jonah Hill and is no longer anti-Semitic. I
He
believe
loves Jewish people after that.
Yeah, because he saw 21 Jump Street and he thought it was hilarious.
And then didn't he post like
And
an
by the way, that
apology
movie-
in Hebrew?
That movie is hilarious.
Is it?
21 Jump Street?
I've never seen it.
It's great.
Okay.
And I think he did. Yeah, he did post an apology in Hebrew.
So I thought we were all cool.
He forgot about that, I guess. Maybe he just realized that every stereotype all be true. I don't know.
Poor wife.
Well, he says that he has dominion over her.
Oh, okay, never mind.
This ain't no woke-ass feminist shit.
Okay.
She's with a billionaire. Why would she listen to any of you dumbass broke bitches, is what Kanye says. Which it's like, okay, all
get
right.
that?
Well, at least he's presenting his side of the story.
But like if somebody like tries to get in Justice's ear about like, hey, maybe less wrestling. Like maybe
Well, I would say, why would I listen to any of you broke-ass bitches, is what I would say. Okay? It says, she definitely, it says here, I don't make her do nothing she doesn't want to do.
Okay.
But she definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without my approval.
Oh.
Okay, that's problematic. That's
kind of
troublesome.
burying the lead there.
That's
Kanye.
troublesome. The
Yeah.
second part, the first part I go, oh, thank God. And then the second part I go, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then he writes, you stupid ass woke pawns.
I get that.
Is he still doing I thought we were done with the woke thing.
No, woke is super in.
I thought woke was kind of out.
No, you remember all those executive orders? Those are to cancel so much woke stuff.
Oh. But didn't they cancel it? Or we're still like...
In the process.
Are we in the dying days of anti-woke?
Yes.
It's still cool?
Yes.
Well, you still got to call it out what it is.
I gotcha. Like the Kanye stuff?
Yeah, and like the plastic paper straws.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
shout out.
Those are for the woke-ass pawns. Or stupid-ass woke pawns.
Nobody wants paper straws. I don't care
Paper straws
who you voted
suck.
for. Nobody wants paper straws.
They get soggy.
In
And then
like
they
2 seconds.
And you put them to the bottom of the cup and they start bending. You can't get any more liquid.
Oh, it's the worst.
Hate them. Hate them.
You can't stir with them well either.
No.
You know?
No, because they get soggy
bend,
immediately.
yeah.
They bend.
I don't mind whatever Starbucks uses. Those like corn.
You like corn straws?
Yeah, like they're fine. Like they stay hard.
Ew.
I was talking about something else.
You're a freak, dude. I have no respect or empathy, he says, for anyone living. Oh, okay. Because no one living can fuck with me. Oh. But I do love some people and give them favor. Okay, all right. So what he's saying is, and he really did give us a warning. Like, it's this, people are like, this is coming out of nowhere. I miss the old Kanye. Like, when did this happen? Except if you recall, he did let people know that if they waited until he got his money right, then you wouldn't be able to tell him nothing.
That's right.
Remember when he said that?
That was so long ago, though.
But he was telling you.
No, I know.
It was a prophecy.
Wait till I get my money. Yeah.
Then what would happen after he got his money right?
He becomes a racist.
Well,
I don't know
I
if
think
that
it's
was the
more.
lyric.
He's allowed to because you can't tell him nothing, right? Because you say don't be racist, but he's like, but you can't tell me that, right? Because I got my money right.
I'm a racist. No, I don't think that was the lyric.
That wasn't the specific lyric, but it went like if you look at the context clues. I'm saying. Because are you going through all the lyrics?
Yeah.
Because maybe it was in one of the verses, right? Like it definitely wasn't in the hook, but like, did he say Hitler in one of the verses?
I feel like I would have remembered that because you can't rhyme anything with Hitler.
No, except Yitler, which he wants people to call him Yadolf Yitler.
See, that's funny.
Well, yeah, because it used to be Yeezus. Remember, instead of Jesus, Yeezus. Now it's Yadolf Yitler. Okay, so yeah, he has no respect or empathy for anyone living, because no one can fuck with him.
Got that.
But he does love some people, and he gives them favor. So, that's good.
That sounds fine.
And then I was looking, and I go, I wonder if people are like they've, the Nazi shock that he's going for has kind of worn thin. Like, after his last Nazi press tour, hasn't it been like we've kind of heard this from Kanye before? Like, he already did the Nazi thing. And so people were kind of like, oh, Kanye's just being Kanye again. What an idiot. And then he said the thing you can never say. Maybe even worse than Hitler. Free Puff.
that was the straw.
When he said Free Puff, that's when I noticed, like, that's when it started trending. That's when you couldn't ignore it. Like, I was ignoring it for a while, going, Kanye's just on one of his manic episodes, like...
Yeah, he's a Nazi, we know. Okay,
yeah, what the fuck happened to this guy? What an idiot, whatever. And then when he says Free Puff, I go, oh my God. He did not.
He is really taking a stand.
And then, did you see that he put out over the week... This all happened this weekend.
It was exhausting.
He put out a Yeezy brand Sean John collaboration. Did you see that?
Yeah, of course I did.
Did you see it, Travis?
No.
Yes. It's the Yeezy apparel, but it says Sean John on it.
Oh my
And you're
God.
like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Yes. There it is.
Come on.
Is the Yeezy Sean John collab, and Kanye goes, the best time to do this is right now. Yes.
Yeezy Sean John collab available at Yeezy.com.
Right.
He posted on Instagram, me and Diddy splitting this 50-50 like we discussed before they locked him up.
See? See?
All right. I mean, look, if it's a business deal,
When they discussed it before they locked him up. Now, I don't know if it was before he was doing freak offs, but it was before they caught him. So that should say something.
you have to honor business contracts.
You do have to.
Yeah.
And even if it's a verbal contract, if you promised, you promised.
Yeah.
And who knows? It could have been a pinky promise. And if it was a pinky promise, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's see if they're sold out.
He said...
What?
It's only that one, yeah.
He's selling that?
Yeah. I know.
So, is that a shirt or pants?
It's the HHO1 model.
Oh, it's a T-shirt. Yes, with a swastika on it.
He's not selling that.
Copyright infringement.
Feels...
Does somebody have copyright over the swastika?
I kind of have a feeling that's probably public domain at this point.
I think at this point it probably is.
I mean, if Steamboat Willie is, then I have to figure the
Yeah.
swastika is.
That's probably
Let's be
right.
fair. If Winnie the Pooh can do anything.
That's probably right. Yeah, no, that's... it's...
Dude, he's not seriously selling that.
I think he's selling it.
He really is. It's surprising how many people are like, yeah, man, this is fucking great.
Well, because the human brain has deteriorated over the years to the point where, like, and we've talked about it before, like, for some people, it has gotten to this point where nothing matters so much that there is no sort of line, there's almost no reality. Like, this is all such a, like, everything is so fake that they're just like, yeah, this is cool too, and this is cool too. And, like, they don't stop for a second to go, wait a minute. Like, what's actually, where does my humanity lie? Like, what is it that makes me a human being? Because, I mean, otherwise you're just acting as if this whole thing is a simulation. And some people do. Some people do actively act like life is a simulation. Nothing matters. The more outrageous, the better. There's no line, and everything's okay.
It very well may be.
Simulation?
Yeah. I mean, look at the whole Barron Trump thing. That's fucking crazy.
What Barron Trump thing?
Wasn't there like old, like, Mike, you know about this, right?
There are these books that predicted Barron Trump that were written like 100 years ago.
How did they predict Barron Trump?
I don't know how they did it.
No,
That's what they did.
That's a good... Mike, I should have clarified. You're right. You're right. In this position, I do need to be a little bit more literal. I wasn't asking in a state of sheer befuddlement or amazement.
And you weren't expecting Mike to know the answer.
No. I more meant... I didn't mean, how do they do that? I meant, in what way was this prediction made?
Oh, they wrote about it.
They say...
The books are called like The Adventures of Barron Trump.
Yeah.
Or, the Barron Trump collection.
So they just predicted his name would exist.
Well, now again, Mike does not know how they did it.
1800s book series, Barron Trump predict Donald Trump. I mean,
The character is introduced as a wealthy boy who lives in Trump Castle.
I mean, that's kind of wild.
It is
fucking
wild.
Wild.
Trump Castle is a little nuts.
And I believe there's something where they say he's the last president of the United States.
Okay, well, sounds believable.
Yeah, but how old is the real Barron?
18.
Right, so we still... Because you can't be president until you're 35, right?
Right.
So we still got 20.
So you might have another 2 presidents.
Unless Trump just stays president until Barron.
Trump did mention you wouldn't have to vote again if you voted for him.
Yeah.
Which I think was a load off for a lot of people, because election day is fucking...
Also, he
it's
can
too
just
much.
change the age.
Trump?
Yeah, to 18.
That's true. That's true. I have someone specific in mind.
The novels were originally written between 1889 and 1893. They resurfaced in 2017 when people noticed the similarities between the book's character and the real-life real estate baron.
Well, what is a baron? Define what's the old school definition
It's
of
like empty?
Yeah, isn't that like
no, like when
That's the only way I've ever heard the
no
word.
when somebody is a baron. When somebody is a baron, you can be a baron.
Somebody's talking off mic, but
I think it says a noble man.
Thank you.
That's what I got.
Thank you.
A member of the lowest order of the British nobility.
These.
Oh.
It means empty? No. No, you idiots.
Troy and I are going off the same.
Wait, when you say a womb is barren,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
You don't mean it's noble.
I understand that that's what baron means, but to be a baron.
Well, if you look up baron name meaning.
Yeah, be
Right.
more
It's
specific.
different.
As opposed, listen, you're over here going like me and Troy
I'm
were on
agree-
the same
Troy-
page.
yes!
Clearly, we were in the right.
You said what does baron mean?
No, I didn't. I said, "What's a baron?"
And
You
we
said,
answered you. A baron.
empty.
Yes. Troy, did we not give an explanation?
I feel like we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Only time I'd ever heard that word ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I had
you're an
no idea it meant
uneducated
double.
boob.
Who's talking off mic?
Robber barons.
Hot dog.
Longtime broadcast professional hot dog.
Hot dog.
Does it bother you that hot dog doesn't talk into mics?
I just need one guy to hear me, and then he could,
You just saying it for me?
Yeah, just
my
for you.
man.
Yeah, but he has
Don't
headphones
pound
on.
him.
It's hard to hear.
Yeah, but that's my dog.
Troy, real quick, did you get a pounder when you came in this morning?
You did. No, you did. You
I did. Thank you. I appreciate you, buddy.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
Just making sure.
We're good.
Okay.
Good.
No skin on skin hug?
If you want it, I'll give it.
I'm not the boss around here.
By the way, I like to think that my wrestling podcast and this show are two separate worlds.
Mhm.
Except I was doing the email segment for the wrestling podcast that comes out today,
Go ahead.
and somebody mentioned giving a pounder.
I mean, it's proper respect.
It is. You're right. That one you're right about. I'll bust your balls about Baron, but I stand with you on pounders.
When you come in, it's like show love.
Right.
I did. You did. Thank you.
Right.
Do you want the shirtless hug?
No, we don't have to do that. So okay, so like, and I only ask what like, so you can understand why Baron was used in that context in those books, but the young man living in Trump Castle is wild.
Yeah. 3 stories. The travels and adventures of little Baron Trump and his wonderful dog Bulger.
And they have a dog named Bulger.
Baron Trump's marvelous underground journey.
Oh boy.
That sounds like a good one.
Oh boy.
And then The Last President.
No. That's not book 3, is it? Oh
Maybe
my
they
god.
just shaped everything around the books.
Like society?
Yeah.
Yeah, was Trump?
That's not even there. That name was changed, wasn't it?
Trump wasn't his original last
No,
name.
it was
I think
something else.
I think was it his dad or his grandfather that changed the name?
I believe.
Maybe his grandfather was a fan of the book series.
I mean, that's
Right? And decided, but
Drumpf. That's what it was.
And then Donald was like, let's really fuck
Oh,
with
that's
people.
right. Because wasn't there like that was a thing, right? Wasn't like
Yeah, it was a
one of
big
the
insult.
one of the politics. Somebody said, "Let's start calling him Drumpf."
And everyone's like, "Shut up, Chuck Schumer."
Was it Chuck Schumer?
Probably.
It feels Chuck Schumerish. It feels
like cheese on a
cheese on a raw
on a raw
hamburger.
burger.
Yeah. Okay,
the
so
third book,
The Last President.
the final book, focuses on the rise of a controversial U.S. president.
What?
According to a synopsis, the country is torn
No.
by division and dissent.
No.
And there are references to a hotel on Fifth Avenue in New York, where Trump Tower is located.
I gotta get these
I
books.
told you, bro. We're in a simulation.
The president-elect is described in the book as an outsider who causes a chaotic atmosphere.
What the hell? I think I've heard that story before.
Mike, how do they do this?
Couldn't tell you what they did.
That's going to make me... I'm telling you, I'm going to be on my couch tonight, and I'm just going to start laughing. 'Cause Mike literally saying, I don't know how they did it.
How did they predict this? I don't know how they did it.
It's mystified me all weekend.
Yeah, that is one of those like natural responses. That and Troy's, there's the alpha and there's the metas, which would just anytime you think of it, it'll make you chuckle. Wow. Okay. So you think simulation and what, like stuff repeats itself, or there are clues, or how does predicting the future in novels in the 1800s lead to the simulation theory?
Because it's already happened. Like, this whole thing has already happened.
I see. Well, is it...
Right, but like Lord of the Rings didn't happen.
There are novels as well, Travis.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, maybe the next time around it does.
That'd be so fucked up.
And maybe you're my Frodo and I'm your Samwise.
Okay. I can get behind that.
My name is Sam.
Yeah, no, that's right.
And there is a weird sexual tension between us. Yeah, no, it's certainly possible.
Yeah, it's weird.
That everything and okay, so the simulation is just everything kind of moves in a cycle over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, because it's a game, or it's whatever it is, and there's a finite beginning, middle, end. That'd be wild, huh?
Just crazy times.
It would fuck me up if that was true. Kanye would be like, I tried to tell you. You think I could just sell these t-shirts otherwise? It's crazy what I'm doing.
I can't believe you sell those.
I guarantee people are buying them.
Yeah, I mean,
people will do anything he does. Anything he sells, they
like,
want it.
How many, though?
Yeah, less and less.
It's getting less and less, but I mean, even in the middle of the last bullshit he was going through, people were still wearing his sneakers.
Well, that's just because they're comfy. And
I know.
They're
they don't have
purchased.
swastikas on the
Yeah,
sneakers.
they're anti-Semitic sneakers, though.
Now
All
they
right.
are. Now
So
they are.
Tucker buys a shirt, who else?
Tucker will grab one. Yeah. Well, Elon, right?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely Elon. It's so crazy.
I didn't know that was on a site. Like,
I didn't know that this. I knew that the Sean John stuff was up.
Like, how's that not in the news?
Because it's almost like there's so much. Like, it's just so inundating that,
It's just
like,
of course,
nothing is real
I feel
anymore.
like everyone's just desensitized to like everything.
Everything.
Shock culture's coming back, Mike.
Oh my God!
Don't get Mike excited.
But add to the American Pie family.
Shock culture, though, in the 90s was getting right to the line, where it was terrifying, except you never really like Marilyn Manson getting close. You know what I mean?
We have never got this close,
but never anywhere near this close, where it's just like, no, I'm just doing it.
I can tell you when it happened. In the Bloodhound Gang, evil Jared Hasselhoff would go on stage, and he was mixed, half black, half white, but he would go on stage and see Kyle on stage in the 90s.
That's not a good thing to do. Even in the 90s, that was a bad thing to do.
Is he from the Hasselhoff lineage?
Yes, he is.
Wow. Poor David. He's so big in Germany.
Well.
But also, I mean, a lot of people just think Kanye is a mentally ill idiot at this
he
point.
is, and that's what's so sad about it.
I know, because he was like, I mean, the run that he was on up until Pablo.
Yeah.
And even that Ye album that had only 7 songs on it, it's really good.
Really good.
Really good. The Taylor Swift thing really fucked him up.
Yeah.
That was Pablo era, though, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was even before, because the Taylor Swift thing led to Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is unbelievable. And then the Pablo thing was when he said he thinks me and Taylor might still have sex.
That's
Made
right.
the bitch famous.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right.
That was Pablo. But yeah, then Ye came out after.
And that had some fire on it.
I mean, listen, even on the album that's not that good, that's way too long. Guess Who's Going to Jail Tonight is on that album. That's a good song too.
The spiritual,
the Jesus stuff is tough.
And it's like, how you go full Jesus and then go full Nazi?
And you know how good pop music has to be to get away with also being a Nazi? I mean, we've never gotten there as a society.
Kanye's put out a record. He put out a record like last year. It wasn't that. I mean, it's fine.
What was that?
Vultures?
Vultures?
Yeah, and it's you listen to it and you're like, it's okay,
but it's not.
It's not his. It's not what you want.
And it does. It's not a cultural movement. No. Like Kanye used to drop music and it'd be like everything stops. This is the most important thing there is. And now it's like, even if it's like, okay, well, it streamed however many. Yeah, but it's not moving the needle.
But even the Jesus record, I mean, those streamed really well and everybody was talking about it, but you listen to them, like, they're not good. These just drone on.
Yeah.
I think, like, the mental illness was obviously always there.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, the Taylor Swift thing is the first thing that you kind of saw the cracks.
Yeah.
But him losing his mother.
That fucked him
up.
Crazy.
Like, that just totally broke whatever was in his brain. And because I get it, like, you know, she was his rock, she was everything to him. And losing that person, especially like
for Hollywood reasons.
Yeah, like losing the one person that you can like just trust and be with no matter what.
And who's supportive of you, but it is also grounding. Like we always say, that's the thing that you need. Somebody who's like grounding, but is supportive. Like that was her. Yeah.
Like that's what fucked him up.
Destroyed him.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing is I don't think he ever turns course.
I don't think so either. For a time, you had hope.
That hope is a swastika T-shirt for sale on his website.
Done.
The hope is out.
Like I don't think there's any way you come back from that.
No, and also he's an older guy now. You know what I mean? It's one thing if he was like,
yeah, people don't give a shit anymore.
No, he's not at his peak anymore.
No.
Although he did tweet, that he watch his pronouns. His pronouns getting thrown around. I don't think I'm going to be reading direct quotes here. He did tweet that he stood up for Puff, but he'll still be winning 20 Grammys next year and doing the Super Bowl. So maybe we're wrong.
They haven't announced who's performing next year, so it could
for
be.
the halftime.
Yeah.
Have they announced the Grammy nominations for next year?
Not yet.
I mean, he also said he was going to be president. So
okay.
Oof.
Can't bat 1,000.
He did say that.
These are really hard things to do, Troy.
He did say that.
I think Kanye might be talking out his ass a little bit.
Okay.
On the SNL documentary about music, you know, they're doing all the different SNL
so
docs.
Good.
Did you see when they were talking about Kanye?
No, I didn't see the full thing, but just
so I haven't seen the full music one yet. I've seen some of the other episodes. But they said when Kanye performed, this is when he did the performance in a Perrier bottle. Remember that one? With
Lil Pump.
Lil Pimp.
Lil Pimp.
Lil Pimp. With Lil Pimp. Yeah, you're such a fucking hoe. I love it. Yeah. They said the deal was for Kanye that he would get to do 2 songs like everybody, but then also at the end of the show get to do a 3rd song.
Okay.
And if you remember that episode, he did come out at the end talking for a weird length of time. Most of it didn't air because because he's Kanye and he makes all these great decisions. He walked out on stage in a MAGA hat and just started rambling, just started going into political ramblings and blah, blah, blah. But it was really funny listening to cast members like Kenan Thompson that were telling the stories of how, you know, all the cast was on stage because it's the end of the episode. And like different cast members started to slowly like drift away because they're like, I do not want to be on this stage on television when Kanye's up. And I think Ego Odom, is that how you say her name? She's a cast member on SNL.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm not sure how you say her name.
She said it was her first episode.
Oh Jesus!
And she was like, I didn't know. I wanted to leave, but I didn't know if I could leave.
Yeah, only a few performers have done 3 songs.
Right.
There were some before him, but yeah, it's extremely rare. But also back then, like the crazy shit that he's doing, you don't have a full picture of what his brain is.
Right.
You're just like, oh, that's a little weird.
Right. Oh, he's just being wacky.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Although, he seems real busy right now. He tweeted that he turned down 3 photos this week with Make-A-Wish kids in wheelchairs.
That's got to make you feel good.
Why?
You have a photo with him.
I do.
He's turning down photos of kids in wheelchairs, and he's
And I
like,
do.
I'll stop for you.
I do have a photo.
You should post that.
You know what's really good? You know what's really, really good?
What? The delete button?
No, that I didn't get him to tattoo my arm.
Can you imagine?
Danielle, I went through. I mean,
You dodged a bullet.
yeah, I don't have any. I got no regrets. I did go through though a period of time where it was like it's a good idea to meet these people who I have great admiration for musically, get them to sign my arm and tattoo it on.
Yeah.
And I got Rob Zombie to sign my arm and I tattooed it on. And I've never regretted that for one day in my entire life. And I got Jack White to sign my arm and I tattooed it on. And aside from one song, I didn't regret that. No, but I've never regretted that for a day in my life.
But I mean, Kanye was your number one.
When Kanye came up here, that was the day he told Sway that he didn't have the answers. And I got a picture with Kanye, and in that era, he might have been added to the signature arm.
Can you imagine?
I'd be like, fuck! God damn it! No, I wouldn't know what to do. And then
You
my
would
kids
have to get it covered.
Lasered off.
Lasered off. And those don't ever really go away.
No, because then I'd have a Kanye West-shaped scar on my arm. Yeah, I'd have to get it covered with something. I can't get that done anymore because who
never
knows?
know.
Because accusations are like I think Rob Zombie and Jack White are going to be okay.
You're safe.
They're safe.
Yeah.
But like
You almost got Jay-Z, or you would have got Jay-Z.
That's still fine.
For now. Until the Diddy trial happened.
I mean, imagine if I'd gotten Hulk Hogan. Oh my God, my life would be hell.
People would just say, "Man, like you got bad judgment on everything."
Everything. They wouldn't trust me to do a thing. I probably wouldn't have my children. Probably not, right?
I couldn't imagine your wife wanting to fornicate with you.
No way.
Oh, I thought he meant like they'd be taken away.
Either way.
I don't think they would have had them at all.
Wouldn't have been conceived.
No, let's leave the lights off, honey. Let's leave the lights off. Why do you always want let's leave them off. Leave them off! Don't look at me.
Yeah, you're lucky.
There's a lot of mistakes that could have been made.
Yeah, you'll never do that again.
Just stop by your head, bro.
I did it, right?
You did it.
I did it. Oh, yeah.
It's weird to stop at 2, though. You might want to get one.
Well, 3 is that. What'd they say? 3.
Yeah.
That's the magic number.
Yeah. Rule of 3.
Third time's a charm.
Third time is a charm. Yeah. But who am I safe with?
Meg.
Meg White?
Yeah.
I think
just make it a quest to find Meg White.
Meg White, can you sign my arm with Jack? I want to do 3, and she's
I can't
like,
explain why.
I have Meg White, Jack White, and Rob Zombie.
Yeah. I'm afraid I might meet Kanye again.
And I don't know, because I won't be thinking about today. I'll be thinking about like College Dropout. I'll be thinking about. Remember when he did that song with Twista? I'll be thinking about that.
I mean, he's got a great catalog.
Especially now because he's off Twitter again. So I'm not going to be reminded of all this horrible, hateful stuff.
No, it's all gone. It's forgotten.
He said, I'm logging out of Twitter. I appreciate Elon for allowing me to vent. Leave it to Elon, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It has been very cathartic to use the world as a sounding board. It was like an ayahuasca trip. Love all of you who gave me your energy and attention. Till we connect again, good afternoon and good night. And to me, this is the most important tweet of all. And I'll tell you why. Anybody that's influenced by this human being, anybody that feels like, oh, he's a misunderstood genius, anybody that thinks he's still a genius, this is a man who replaces the word until with to. Till we meet again.
Was he doing like a Truman Show thing?
It would be till we connect again, not to.
Oh, yeah.
Till we connect again. What are you talking about? To. This is the ramblings of an idiot.
He didn't proofread.
Yeah.
He did not proofread. He probably does have fat fingers, but to replace O with IL with O, till we connect again would be what he was going. He said till we connect again. This man is an idiot. So, there it is. Yeah. I mean, there's more, but you got the picture.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. God bless.
I can't believe he's selling that on his website.
I mean, really?
Yeah, really. Yeah, that
Because
is actually...
It's so far.
That's so surprising. Yes.
He's lost it, dude. He's totally lost it. It's not an act. It's not... He's completely lost.
And, like, who's co-signing? Who...
He's got. I mean,
who is still on your team?
That's a great question.
That you're like, hey, make a swastika shirt and put it up, and somebody's like, okay, Kanye.
You got it. It's such a good example of how like people who are famous and people who have money, like there will always be humans in the world that will try to take advantage of that, use them for clout, use them for money, use them for whatever, and just completely put any sort of morals on the back burner altogether. And they'll make excuses for it. They'll go like, well, it's business. Well, it's this. Well, it's that.
I just do what I'm told.
Exactly. Well, you can't. He's going to do it anyway. So, well, if you're going to drink, just drink under my roof.
You know who else were just doing what they were told?
Yeah.
The Nazis.
Oh, I was thinking somebody else. Yeah, those guys too. Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of people that backed Kanye through some of the craziness that are all of a sudden be like, yeah, I'm going to jump off this shit.
Can you think of anybody specific?
Candace Owens.
Oh, really?
She's off the train,
I
huh?
think she's done. Yeah, well, remember,
you know
she
what
did-
it was? It was the Diddy shit. Yeah. The Diddy shit got her off. It wasn't the other stuff.
Yeah, because remember, she was all about the, when he wore the White Lives Matter shirt
Right.
on Fashion Week.
Right.
I think she's kind of like, yeah, this is... Elon unfollowed Kanye?
No, not Elon.
Oh, yeah.
But
I mean,
he
who thought...
disabled his account? Doesn't everybody unfollow?
Well, before that happened.
Who thought that, like, no, don't worry, this guy knows where the line is. Like, he's a total genius. Like, this is very clear. When Alex Jones is sent into a cold sweat because Kanye is being too controversial, it's over.
Well, it's funny when you ruffle feathers. It's funny when you upset people, but then when you push it this far...
Well, it's one thing to ruffle feathers. It's another thing to pluck every chicken, and now there's no feathers left.
That's a good point.
Like, what are you doing? You just set the chicken on fire. We were going to ruffle the feathers. You set the chicken on fire, and we don't have eggs to begin with. You know? I mean,
it's insanity. The world's gone mad.
Because that's what people do. They go like, well, if level 7 gets attention, what if I just do level 10? It's like, no, you can't do level 10.
And where does Kanye go from here? Like, once you've done this...
Just keep doing all this bullshit.
I mean, where do you go from being... I mean, Nazis, like, that's like the hard line.
Of course it is.
So where do you go when you're going to be shocking on the next album?
Honestly, he's going to keep doing all this bullshit. Going to come up with the next Diddy or whoever it is. And I mean, eventually something terrible is going to happen to him.
Unfortunately, I think
he's not being taken care of. Like, eventually something terrible is going to happen. And instead of having this legacy of like, oh yeah, for a whole generation, he changed music, it'll be like, yeah, but then the other stuff. You're not going to be able to not bring up the other stuff. He's making it impossible. You're not going to be able to just be like, yeah, but remember that song, Good Morning? That was a great song. Yeah, but also remember this tweet? Yeah, I guess I do. Yes. Unfortunately, I do remember both of those things.
I bet it happens. Look at Phil Spector. He was beloved, and then he just flew off the rails.
And guess what? We do, but we don't say we're listening to Phil Spector.
That's right.
And also, you can plead ignorance. You can be like, I didn't know he did that song.
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
When HBO does a movie about Phil Spector, is it chronicling his music?
No.
Or is it about a crazy guy in a wig?
Yeah. I mean,
you know? I mean, that ultimately becomes... Phil Spector's a great example because he revolutionized music. He created the wall of sound. I mean, hit after hit after hit after hit. And when you bring up the name Phil Spector, you don't think about the music.
No, he lost his mind.
He lost his mind. You think about a crazy murderer guy with insane wigs.
Michael flew off the rails.
Michael who?
Michael Jackson.
What did he do? I know what he was accused of. I don't know.
I mean, he was...
Did Michael do
I thought
something?
we went through this the other day.
Michael, I think he was just accused.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that was ever...
I mean, he went crazy.
That's not such a great... No.
He mutilated his face. He was wearing masks.
He actually didn't get a lot of plastic surgery.
Yeah.
That's why he said it. He said it.
I mean, he said a lot of things.
I mean, don't you think you'd be doing some weird stuff if Tommy Mottola was after you?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think Michael is...
He apparently was the devil.
Yeah, Michael, let us know. Yeah, I think Michael's different. Yeah, I think that's a different thing.
I mean, at least Michael wasn't having swastikas for sale, T-shirts on
No,
for
he was
sale.
not.
on
No,
his
that's-
website.
No, he was not.
Nuts.
That's a whole
That's
new level.
a whole new level. It's fucking crazy.
The Sean John Yeezy shirts are funny.
That's funny.
Right. That's like funny because like it's a troll. People are going to get deeply offended by it, but you know, nobody's getting hurt.
Nobody's getting hurt.
Plus, Diddy needs his money.
Oh,
They
it's a
had a deal.
50-50 venture. It's a
Deal.
50-50 venture.
Deal. They got a commissary where he's staying.
Right. Right. You don't have to like it, but it's one of those like, oh, he's doing his
business
bullshit.
deal.
Yeah. And it's a business deal. I forgot about the business deal.
And if somebody got me that for Secret Santa, I'd be like, that's funny. Thank you for that.
Right. And then we go, Troy, it's a good idea for you to wear it in the hallway. And you go, yeah?
Or if you got me the Kanye swastika shirt, I'd be like, this is bad. I'm not going to leave here.
Yeah, why the fuck would you? And the rest of us in this room, like Mike would be there going, this is funny. And the rest of us would be like, Mike, this isn't funny. Why did you do this?
Well, it's topical.
See,
it's Kanye's swastika shirt. That's funny.
Like Kanye.
Mike happened to be the first person I saw, for the record. I don't think he would actually do that. But we were just talking about it on the show. You said you wouldn't like it. It's a joke. No, Mike, this is not funny.
Yeah,
you should not have contributed to that.
Give me Totino's.
Yeah, we were talking about Totino's too.
Just give me some of that.
Well, they murdered that guy.
You talking about Chasmo? Yeah. I think that was an accidental death because the door just shut on him.
We'll see what the investigation turns up.
Well, the dads didn't even know him that well. So it wasn't even that big of a deal for them. But yeah, so there you go. I don't know what Kanye's next move will be, but I'm sure we're all waiting with bated breath.
You think this could possibly end in a manic suicide?
Ooh.
I mean, there's a million things, yes, that could happen. He's an ill person.
I feel bad for his kids. Like
Horrible for his kids.
Well, that's what I'm
Northwest,
thinking, like-
loves him.
I know.
And Kim's not letting them see him.
It's probably for their.
It's definitely for the best.
I mean, Blue Ivy's over here, prospering,
Crushing.
prospering.
She's Mufasa.
You see her tell her mom, "Get up there, mom."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, these West kids are like, "Look what I got to deal with."
Now, in 90s shock culture,
Go ahead.
it was very common for women to make videos where they would have sex with hundreds of men at one time. Like, remember our friend Jasmine St. Clair?
No, I remember. I feel like you may be having a conversation in your head that's not going on.
There's probably a point.
Is it possible that that'll be Kanye's next step?
to gang bang?
A Kanye, like, 500.
Wait. Okay. You mean like Houston?
Yeah.
That famed adult
Houston,
film star.
that's the one.
You remember Houston?
She got her labias removed.
She did? Why'd she do that?
And they auctioned them off somewhere.
Oh, for cash. Okay. So you're saying that because part of this could be written off as maybe a poor attempt at 90s shock culture, that the next thing would be trying to continue on with more poor attempts at 90s shock culture.
The next logical step.
And he would be in the female position in a gangbang.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mike, like, if you had proposed this manic episode of Kanye West, I would have said you were crazy.
Never would have believed it.
And you would have been right. So therefore, as logic would dictate, I can't tell you it won't happen.
There's a non-zero chance.
There is a non-zero chance, yes.
Yeah, because I don't know where you go. I think, Mike, that's an excellent point from Mike.
The gangbang?
I mean, where do you go
Hey, I'm
after
here for the
swastika
gangbang.
t-shirts and claiming you're Hitler?
Well, no, he said he wanted Yitler.
Oh, excuse me.
Yitler is what he said.
I mean, I guess that's one option.
But where do you go? What do you do to be shot?
I think suicide. And I'm not saying that to be funny. Like, I think it's a really sad situation.
Or just accidental.
I can just see, hey, I'm not allowed to see my kids anymore. Kim is against me. The public is against me. I'm not selling enough of these swastika shirts to break even.
I thought this would be a much more hot sell. People are telling me this is the line.
I mean, they're only $20, so the margin's
slim.
Yeah.
Trust me.
They might be printed on shit, though, Sam.
That's true, and the design is less complicated. Usually my designs are far more complicated.
Far more complicated,
Yeah.
and you always use a good stock.
Good stock and a good artisan screen printer.
This is one color, one screen. You could probably do this at your house.
It's probably not even a screen, to tell you the truth.
No.
Stupid iron-ons.
Yeah, made to order.
Just peels off.
Yeah. One wash, not just a white T-shirt. What am I going to do with this? Yeah. No, I mean, look. His delusions of grandeur are so great. Like, this is the type of person who's going to say, like, oh, I'm pretty sure I can fly and jump off a building.
That's
You know what I mean? Like, not even like
his Buzz Lightyear moment.
That's it. Yeah. And he just looks with sad eyes as he realizes he's just a toy. His Buzz Lightyear moment. Yeah. It's not a good time.
It feels like he's possessed.
I mean, I think he's got mental illness.
He's just in this crazy delusional. It's just wild to watch him. just kind of fall apart.
I'm telling you, he lost his mother. It was a really sad situation.
Yeah.
And he is just, his brain's broken.
Lost his mind.
Yeah.
It's a wild thing, man. It's a wild thing.
I wonder if he has a therapist and what they talk about.
Not a chance.
If he does, it's probably a therapist that charges him a lot of money and says yes to everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like a very expensive, not at all helpful therapist, which is a good business to be in if you can get the position.
Because he's obviously
it's very lucrative.
Not listening to anybody.
No, he likes people who agree with him.
Yeah.
And go, what you're doing is a good idea. Which I would have to imagine is getting fewer and far between. But like I said, like
how do you stay married to that?
When you're
Yeah.
I think because he said that she probably doesn't have his permission to not be married.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like
So,
she could do it, but like he would have to give permission.
Right. He wouldn't make her not do it.
Right.
But she can't do it without his permission.
Yeah.
That's how I read that tweet. Yeah. I didn't make her do it, but to not do it would need my permission. So, and I think that's just marriage. That's fine.
Yeah, it's a give and take.
That's a tale as old as time.
I think she's just along for the ride.
But I mean, now,
you
got to get off the ride at some point.
Did you have any idea who she was before this?
No, but like,
Isn't that wild? We had no idea who she was, and now we've all seen her vagina.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
Crazy.
But it's not like that's leading. It's not like she's profiting off of that, or being a better person because of it.
I hope she's getting a stipend.
Yeah.
From Kanye, something.
I mean,
a little something.
It's up to him.
It would be his call, I think.
But like, no, we didn't know who she was, but like, since we've known her, it's not like she's doing things. It's not like she's capitalizing on.
She blew him on that boat.
Oh
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't think that was for anything.
That's something, right? She is doing some stuff.
I don't think that was like to be like, hey, also check me out over here.
I mean, we've had people in here. I go, oh, if you want to, Bianca's in studio. If you want to see where she'll be at, she'll be blowing Kanye on this boat later. Like, yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen after this. She could parlay this into something else.
That's true. She could be huge.
I mean,
she could be a huge celebrity
with all of her talent. A podcast.
That's right. You know what I would call it?
Huh.
Talk to her.
Somebody already did that.
Oh man,
I think that's going to be available now.
Yeah.
We're just deleting episodes, huh?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You see that old Haley Hawktua?
Mm-hmm.
She came out with a podcast that was going to put everything to bed. You know, don't even worry about it anymore. She did it with this crypto dude, and the crypto dude specifically said, "Don't advertise in advance. I'm going to be on the podcast." Like there was all this stuff. The team put out the podcast anyway, and then he goes, "What the fuck?" And then the podcast disappears and hasn't reappeared since. So this was supposed to be, I mean, man, her fall from grace was rapid.
It was as fast as the rise.
And Nicole Biggins came in here and thought that like the fall from grace was the moment of, wow, she really has expanded into her new role.
No, this is great.
This is a good
coins
thing.
are great. Everybody's got one.
Here's the thing about Hawk Tua, she can do it all.
Yeah, it was a fast, sudden fall.
Yeah, so of course it comes out on YouTube. It's deleted, I think, within like an hour. Except, unfortunately,
Really, it was that fast?
It was real fast.
Maybe they forgot to put the live reads in.
That's
I'm gonna re-upload it.
There must be a lot of live reads because it has not come back since.
Well, it's almost Valentine's Day.
That's true.
Maybe Steven Singer bought a lot of time.
I hope so for her sake. But yeah, they decided the internet. There's a whole, by the way, like even before Hawk Tua got in trouble because she sold her meme coin and everybody lost their money, which is a shock. That it could have been a pump and dump after everything. There was already like Hawk Tua is more so than any other podcast, like a more ironically listened to podcast than I've ever seen. There's like Talk Tua after shows that are literally just exist to be funny. Like it's just because it's ironic, like they're going through everything that happened and was talked about. There are people, I think like Mr. Beast and some other folks, like they were renting out movie theaters and they were just watching episodes of Talk Tua in the movie theaters. Like it became a whole thing, which is fine. You can keep ironic listeners until you start stealing their money. Then it becomes a bit of an issue. So I say all that to say, maybe that's the reason why as soon as this dropped, people started downloading it. You know, like taking the video off YouTube so that they had it.
What, like it's a Morrissey album?
Yeah, exactly. We never know when the Talk To Us will disappear, and we got to have the complete collection. So as soon as it went up on YouTube, the beautiful humans of the internet were like, let me grab this right now. Let me hold on to this. Let me go through it. And so the clips of the lost Talk To Us are out there all over Twitter. And I believe, is this young Haley explaining that she actually, and this never happens, didn't scam.
I want to start by saying thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me.
Could you hit pause for a second?
Yeah, sorry.
My true fans.
The true fans.
True fans of what?
Of Talk To Us?
The Talk To-ites.
The ride or dies.
The ride or dies. Like, who is like, no. I'm a true Hawk Tua fan.
You don't know her.
Because you truly do. I spit on that thing all the time. Because I'm a true Hawk Tua fan.
Who was there when it went viral? That's who she's talking to.
Those are the people that are
the day ones.
Fans? The day ones. I gotcha. Because usually when people are like, I want to shout out my true fans, they have created some kind of product or art that people have been supportive of, or they've showcased a talent and people have supported that talent. But I don't know.
Spit on that thing isn't a talent?
You're right. You're right.
Funny thing.
If I ask you what is Hawk Tua's talent and you tell me spitting on that thing, then it's hard to argue that point. Okay. All right. I'll give that one to you, Troy. Okay.
I want to start by saying thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. Mm-hmm. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my God, I'm going to cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Everything's going to be good. We're going to be good. And guys, listen, just as a temperature check, I just want to say,
we're getting a temperature check. Isn't that great? Like, it's like I'm going to say nothing. I want to thank my fans. I've been around since day one, and we're trying to get stuff together to figure things out and look at what's going on. Speaking this emotionally and specific, I'm going to cry.
I mean, what an absolute roller coaster she's been on.
No human being, and that is where I do have
some sympathy.
I don't think empathy, but sympathy, where it's like humans are not equipped to be on the roller coaster that this person has been on, to literally 8 months ago,
overnight,
just be hanging out with your friend and like saying goofy shit into some random guy's microphone.
Not even a famous podcast, just like, hey, there's
just
some
a
guy,
random TikToker. Yeah. And now to be at the center of attention, to go on all these big podcasts, you have a publicist, you have people telling you what to go, you are responsible for other people's income.
Everyone wants to be your friend. You're the hottest thing.
And it would never occur to you not to trust people. Of
course.
Because you have no background in any of this. You just see people being nice to you.
Celebrities love you.
Yeah, exactly. And
you're making money.
And there's also no thing of like, oh, the minute this dries up, these celebrities are going to stop talking to me. You're pretty sure they're your best friends forever.
But at this
point, you got
point,
a neon sign that says Talk To Us. I mean, you're the man now, dog.
And as long as you just maintain, this is a source of income. Like
the podcast,
you do have a life-changing event.
Yes, and not only is it a source of income, but also if she is living a lifestyle that she should be living, which is just a regular lifestyle, you don't need to maintain 1 million viewers per episode. You could have a moderately successful podcast and still live off of more money, way more money than you were making before you spent on that thing.
Yeah.
But
now we got to do temperature checks.
But then somebody comes over, they're like, oh, you got a meme coin, you can make this much money, everybody wins, now you're a thief, now people are accusing you of being a crypto supervillain. Everybody kind of wanted to hate you anyway. Like, when Hawk Tua gets famous, the whole ride is we're waiting for this part. Everybody on a level wants to be there to see you crumble, which you don't know. And then when it does happen, you're just trying to make sense of it. And then some dude is trying to make sure, don't worry, it's okay. We're going to temperature check.
Yeah. Don't worry. Look at my pants.
Yeah. I mean, Like, you would have to... she's got to just like... And you can't quit, because how can you go back to normal life?
Yeah, you can't.
You can't. So you're still going to be famous because you're still Hawk Tuah, but you won't make any money. So you can't quit. So all you can do is spit on that thing and hope that, people stop being mad at you for meme coins.
Well, let's see. Maybe she cleared it up.
What's the temperature?
And guys, listen, just as a temperature check, I just want to say, the first thing that she said to me off camera was, the minute you DM'd me, I really wish I just texted you and called you. And that speaks to me because of how I was introduced to crypto, and we'll get into that. But I'm also kind of on the back end of things too. Like, their team's been very forthcoming. My team is vetting them the fuck out right now, and has been for the last week. Thread Guy and Frank, they're going to be on this episode. It's such a weird
Thread
blend
Guy.
and mash.
Frank, I love Frank.
I love they got Thread Guy and Frank. If they could get Big Balls into this operation as well.
I think that's a different thing.
Oh, okay. I just
Get everybody involved.
Yeah, just that way we get to the bottom of all of it.
Talk to and Big Balls.
Talk to Big Balls, Thread Guy, and Frank.
And whoever this guy is.
He's one of the FaZe guys, I think.
Oh, okay.
He's in the FaZe clan, I think.
World's no.
It rolled out.
Don't cry, Haley. It's fine. It's all gonna be okay. Life is gonna be okay. Oh, Haley, no.
Oh, don't do that.
No,
Don't stare at me.
No.
You just
You're adorable.
Just
And
give
it's
us a
gonna be
minute.
okay. It's gonna be okay.
Well, so basically, how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be
Is
like
he hollering, by the way? Is he hollering?
He's trying to slide in.
Is he? You're adorable.
Don't cry, baby girl. I got you.
I mean, look, if you're that guy, you get it. I know. You see what he's doing.
I want to get Danielle emotional because I want to see who in here would turn into that guy. I want to see who in here would be like, "Oh, you're adorable, Danielle.
Like, that's crazy.
It's okay."
I know who.
Yeah, he's gazing off into the distance.
What do you think it would be? Hot dog, they think it would be you.
No.
You don't.
You're not talking into a microphone.
Can you guys get a mic over here? I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm chilling, guys. They think it would be you, dude.
If Danielle's crying, I'd console her. But
Oh, what a scumbag.
Okay, Danielle, just pretend you're crying.
Okay.
Just be like,
I can't pretend you're crying because you can't believe what happened to Hawk Tuah.
I'm scared. Like,
hey,
I don't know what I'm doing.
good.
it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Thank
It's gonna be all right.
Why are you doing that with your hand?
Because I'm doing the back.
She's there.
Shaking someone's hand?
Well, you can't make believe rubber back if you're in the same room as her. That's such a weird tack to take.
Because it'd be more of me listening to her. I mean, like, hey, it's gonna be.
Oh, I've been waiting for somebody that will finally listen to me. He really is. This guy.
Well, how do you console someone who's crying?
This guy
drop
is.
a baby girl. That's okay, baby.
No, that's creepy. I wouldn't do that.
You know what he's call her? Muñequita.
Okay.
You would, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't.
You dirty bird.
I've never used that word in my life.
You dirty, dirty bird.
All right.
You are a real scumbag, hot dog. What a piece of shit. Who knew? Who knew, Danielle, huh? What a piece of garbage. All right, anyway, I think when Hawk 2 is done getting scammed on, she's gonna and by the is it ever an attractive thing for a guy to look at a girl and go, "You're adorable"? Like, that feels so condescending and weird.
Yeah, that's what you call a stuffed animal.
Right. Right. Yeah, this is my adorable stuffed animal.
I mean, you know what he's doing.
What's he doing?
He's trying to slide in.
I think you're right.
He's trying to catch her in a vulnerable moment, and
Doesn't seem like the type.
You don't think so? He would never, right?
Seems like a man of pure intentions.
That's right. Hey, he just did a temperature check, guys.
Would a guy who did a temperature check do that?
I don't think so. Doesn't match up.
Well, so basically, how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be like what do they call it, a long-term coin. And the guy that ran the account, he was like, "Oh, we're going to change the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto's going to be a good place." And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it, and it just didn't go the way I planned. And all the money out of this episode is getting donated to all the animals that have been affected by the fires up here.
The animals, what? Give it to the people who you took it from.
people.
Real people.
The humans that don't have money because for whatever reason they bought. And I do like that this thing is it's such a pile on Hawk Tuah that we haven't gotten to the real question, which is why are you buying Hawk Tuah meme coins? But yeah, no, there's victims in this scenario. You don't have to give to the displaced animals of the Los Angeles fires.
So don't worry, everybody.
That's such a celebrity thing to do. A celebrity told her to do that.
Just horrible advice.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah, she was watching. That's exactly what happened. She was watching.
I have to call the. I hit
she was
the
watching.
QR code.
Yeah, she was watching the Emmys. I saved the QR code. I'm hoping Trevor Noah's still reading names. Also, based on her description of how they got her to invest in this meme coin, we're literally going to change crypto around you. I would like to actually. Is she in LA?
Yeah.
Because I have this great investment. There's a bridge that I'm selling.
Do tell.
Yes, and I'd like it to become the Hawk Tua Bridge, and I hope that she might be willing to buy the bridge because she seems as gullible as the day is long.
I mean, that is such a vague, big world, big ideas.
No.
Horrible pitch.
This is a long-term coin.
We're going to change the way people think of crypto. How are you going to do that with the Talk Tua coin?
I think people like Bitcoin. I think that's the crypto.
So we're going to do this.
No. There's room for one more. Ethereum? No. Hawk coin.
Go the way I planned. And all the money out of this episode is getting donated to all the animals that have been affected by the fires up here.
And I'll match it.
Whoa.
Me, Ricky, I'll match it, whatever. It's really, really important for me to make sure that we address everything and get through all of exactly what happened. I think that it's really, really important at this point to be totally transparent about everything that happened with you and your partners and this launch and in crypto and what makes this bad and what makes what Iggy Azalea is doing maybe even good and what makes what Trump's doing different, right? I want to get through all that.
I didn't know Iggy Azalea had a coin.
No.
Oh, Iggy's big in crypto.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Why? Because she's
got
got
a big fat ass?
No, that's not why. I don't think everybody who's got a big fat ass is in crypto, Troy. What the hell?
Okay.
Donald Trump's got a big fat ass. He's in crypto.
That's from fast food.
Did you see him golf?
No, I just mean like she's not really in music anymore, right? And didn't she kind of go off the deep end?
I think she went she did her OnlyFans. Wasn't that a thing?
She did OnlyFans, yeah, because, I watched a whole YouTube video about the rise and fall of Iggy Azalea.
You watched the weirdest shit.
He stays up.
I did. I'm thinking about how many details I want to get into with this Iggy Azalea stuff.
Save that for another day.
Yeah, because I got. It's actually a pretty fascinating story. Everybody had to distance themselves from her because she proved to be very inauthentic.
I'm not surprised by that.
The hip-hop audiences started to realize how inauthentic she was and what a sort of industry plant was a word that was getting thrown around a lot that she was. And, yeah, people just did not have time for her.
I see that.
Anymore, And even, even T.I.
He discovered her,
and he distanced himself later.
Oh, okay.
Apparently she was also very, very difficult to work with, wouldn't listen to anybody, was a shitty person in the studio and stuff like that. I know a lot about Iggy Azalea.
I like the song Fancy.
Fancy's a good song. Fancy's Charlie XCX.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. Charlie XCX doing great, by the way.
Killing it.
Getting ready for another Brat Summer. So, yeah, I mean, that beginning of that podcast sounds like strap in, because for the next 2 hours, the word salad that is going to be pouring out of your speakers. I would listen to that first minute and say, there is nothing that is going to get accomplished in this conversation. Nothing.
Except him trying to kick it.
Yeah, and I'd like to see if he does. I'd like to see if he catches that vibe. But yeah, so this podcast, for whatever reason, has gone away, never to see the light of day again.
I'm going to assume there's some sort of legal action happening. Maybe it's because of that.
Maybe. She's got to get out of the spotlight, dude. She did it.
I know.
She went further than
do what?
Anything. She's like a kid.
Yeah, she's my age. She should just chill at home for a little.
She's made some money.
Yeah, just sit on ice and then come back.
And then wait a couple semesters. Come intern for us.
Do some weird game show.
Right. Right? Would you take, if you got Hawk Tua in an intern interview, would you be like, Sam, I think we got one?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she would be a good fit.
I think so.
Depends on if I've already chosen someone or not.
Right. Right. Hey, I got this idea. What if we start selling meme coins? Okay, Hawk. All right. Okay, Hawk.
We'll be in touch.
I don't know, Hawk. I don't know if this is the right position. All right, guys. We did it. We got a lot to do tomorrow still. So much going on. This world is just moving at a pace so fast. I mean, I'm glad we're here to document it, but it's tough. It's tough.
Didn't even talk about big balls.
I know. I know. Nothing about big balls. And nothing about Montoya. No wonder. See, Hot Dog is back in a bad mood because we didn't address Spanish Temptation Island today. We will. I promise. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Running across that beach. That lady is just, I mean, the hip action on this lady, it was incredible. Mike, you saw it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Her hips did not tell any mistruths.
No, they didn't. We'll get into all of that tomorrow. Thank you for being here. We'll see you then. Have a good one.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Keep saying this thing that's made up. I'm not, I don't know, I'm not, I guess, so concerned about all that. I don't get concerned over the hypotheticals of what may happen. I feel like there's a lot of panic about what could happen as a result of X or what could happen as a result of Y. But so far, you know, like we were saying a couple of days ago, it ends up being, oh, here's a crazy thing, and then something much